I survived, y'all.
What's good? What's good?
Chilling.
How's y'all weekend?
It's going well. It's
Can't
not nice
complain.
outside.
Word.
Y'all niggas still alive from that from Canada?
Oh yeah, nah. As soon as I came outside, I said, "Why it look like that? It look like a tornado is coming." And why it smell like that? It smell like fire.
2 days. Air quality
That
was
shit stink.
unhealthy.
No, you know what's crazy about that whole shit? I was at my brother crib, right? So we walk out the nigga crib. We smell the shit, right? Smell like like trees burning. We get in the nigga car. We bust the corner. It's a building on fire. So I'm like, oh, that's what that is. So I'm like, I bet. Now I ain't thinking nothing of it. I get the Flatbush. I'm like, damn, that shit went far. So niggas like, yo, the air fucked up. They trying to tell me what's going on, and I'm like, oh, now I know what it is. I see the building on fire over there. So niggas like, no, nigga, Canada on fire. I'm like, nah, I just seen the building on fire. I'm like, what you mean? And then when I look up at the sky, I can't see it no more. But on my brother's side, I can see the sky still. I'm like, I said, nah, this ain't
The
that.
sun was red.
Yeah, so when
Yeah,
I
that
looked
shit
it
was
up, I
looking
seen Canada
nuts.
was on fire. I was like, what the fuck?
That shit was nuts.
Yo, that shit was over like 5 states, son.
Yeah, they hit the tri-state area.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
I
A
don't, I
lot of
don't
people, yeah, niggas don't believe that shit was
bro.
Canada.
You know how cold Canada is, and it was
It's
just burning.
dry. Yeah, it's dry there, right?
No, Canada is the South Pole, the North Pole.
Oh, so it's not dry.
It's cold as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cold and
mad cold.
dry. Yeah, it's cold and dry.
I know. I follow a couple
It could have
niggas.
been man-made though.
Yeah, I follow a couple niggas that live in Canada, and
That's what happened in Cali a couple years back when they had the massive ass wildfires.
yeah,
Like 2 years, 3 years ago, they had some crazy ass wildfires in California, and it turned out to be some professor that went crazy, some university professor that just went nuts.
Starting fires.
Yeah, and
yeah.
then nigga started
Depending on
when
where
that
you
shit
in Canada,
spread.
that shit is mostly covered in snow. Cause like you gotta remember, Alaska's right there by Canada and shit too.
Even when it's warm here.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
not all parts though, cause some parts do have like
Like closer
they
to the
get
south.
summer and shit, so it get warmer, and it's still
Once you
not just
start
like
going up,
yeah, it's
because
not
a lot
snow
of the
all year
cities
round.
is
It's
close to the American border
yeah,
and shit like. And as you start going up like closer and closer to the North Pole, that shit it
the
don't be
majority
inhabited.
of Canada isn't populated.
Yeah,
Like they most of the people in like Montreal,
yeah, that
um,
Quebec, like look,
Quebec,
yeah,
where it's like the main cities,
Ontario,
yeah, Toronto, shit like
I
that.
think it's British Columbia, some
Yeah,
shit
I
like
DC.
that,
didn't notice
BC.
how close that was to the North Pole.
That is the North Pole.
Oh,
The top of Canada is the North Pole. Like
that's
by
crazy.
technicality, that's technically what it is.
Canada is not for me then.
I got family that live out there. Like I called my auntie and she was like, yo, she's like, yo, it's a fire out here, but she was like, she didn't believe it because she was like, yo, the shit, it wasn't dry, like, cause
When did it start?
they do have random fires and shit like that that'll start out there, but she was like, yo, it's not even that season. Like it normally happened later in the summer. She was like, shit, it just
Like
catch
where
fire like
Cali's
that.
happening.
Yeah, but it started in Quebec.
Mm.
It started in Quebec, and then it shit just fucking spread. But they had niggas in helicopters dropping gas on that shit. They
Look like
put the video out of a nigga dropping gas in a helicopter on that bitch. I'm like,
Philly wildfire. I looked up Canada wildfire
That
and
shit
seen.
ain't
yeah,
got no
they
like
said they were
smoke.
trying to, they was dropping the gas to try to direct the fire in the direction they wanted. And I'm like, that's cap, because if the fire burning bad, so bad it's covering up states in America,
I'm confused.
why would you add more to it?
Water doesn't take fire out. I'm super confused.
Not
It de-
always.
yeah, not always. Remember, it got oxygen in
It
the
depends
water,
on the
so
fire.
yeah. So however the fire starts, that's what matters.
Yeah,
Because the water got oxygen, it could fuel. It could honestly fuel a fire for
yeah.
real.
Okay.
And then it also depends on the pressure too. That's why the firefighters shoot the water at a certain pressure because it hits so hard. It's basically like a bullet. But not most fire, half fires you throw water on that shit gonna spread. Like
I didn't know that.
if you got oil, right? If you got a pot of
You
oil and that
can't
shit get
add
on
water
It
fire,
to
you
it.
can't
says
toss
That's
water on there.
it says over the past 6 weeks, hundreds of out of control wildfires have spread across Canada, causing mass evacuations and burning through millions of acres. While the Canada wildfire season runs from May through October, such destruction this early in the season is rare. 1 month in, and
Mm.
Canada is on track to have its most destructive wildfire season in history. Climate change driven extreme temperatures and drought have created a tinderbox.
That's my aunt was saying. She was like, yo, this shit don't never happen like this early.
Yeah, warm and dry conditions are like kindling for wildfires. Much of Canada, like the rest of North America, has experienced record heat and drought recently as climate change continues to warm the planet. Oh, so that shit hotter than it normally would be. So that shit starting early.
But you would think that you would think the ice would melt though.
Is wilding
Yeah.
because it was hailing in Florida.
Yeah, but
Like this is just all in disarray because hail isn't that
It's over.
ice?
yeah, hail is ice.
Ice and like rain and shit,
Oh,
like
You
a
said
rain,
over. What's over?
snow and rain on a mix, huh?
What's
Yeah, but you
over?
could
The
you
world,
could
this shit is
you
done.
could get hit with certain some I've been in a hurricane before and hail came down. And then
Because of the fronts.
yeah, so that's not that far fetched because Florida do
Can
get
hail kill
hurricanes
you?
and shit. Hell yeah,
Them
that's
shits
some
is-
shit big. You see some
Yeah,
golf
some
ball
shits
size
be
shit,
like
some shit
blocks,
gonna
yeah.
kill you, nigga.
When I was upstate, them shits be coming down like blocks, like little, like the size of this AirPod. You'll see them shits like I'm talking about ice. You heard?
Yeah,
Like the size of this AirPod case flying down, coming out from the
Brick.
sky.
Imagine that shit not even in your head.
And them shits sting when they hit you.
yeah. Cause you gotta think
So you
about
just
it.
bing, bing, bing.
That shit coming from so high is falling at full terminal
Yeah.
velocity. That shit hitting you with all the pressure in
Facts.
the world it can hit you with.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, yo, you might be dead. If you drop a penny from the top of the Empire State Building, you could kill a nigga. So imagine you drop some hail from higher than that. And that should be bigger than pennies. That shit could kill you.
Hell yeah.
You seen
I've never seen that. I think I've seen a tornado before.
I seen a tornado. I was going to North Carolina, I seen a tornado. I was on a bus, terrified. Because the nigga on the bus, like, if you look out the right, you'll see a tornado. Niggas start panicking. He was just driving like it was cool. But it was far though, but it didn't look
going
far.
away.
I don't know where that shit was going.
Every time I think of tornadoes, I think of the wind.
Bullshit.
Never seen it.
Never will.
She get taken.
Nah.
She get taken up.
I know, it's like the
In
Wizard of Oz.
I've never seen that one. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
They start
I never
singing,
seen that neither, but yeah. Singing,
that's
tap
why I
dancing,
will.
yeah.
But with the wind, you could get black people singing like Michael Jackson.
That shit,
and
That
niggas
don't
still
get
there.
better.
No.
Why not?
No.
So you're not gonna watch musicals with your kids?
No.
Musicals for what?
No. They
That's
can watch.
that's considered a musical.
They can watch.
No, I'm saying, what am I watching the musical for?
They're little kids. That's what all of
So,
them.
nah, don't say that, cause I ain't watching no musicals.
Like Moana and
Who?
Elsa and
Who?
Anna. You
Who?
know what I'm talking about.
Who? Elsa sound familiar, but
That's
who?
from Frozen.
Oh, nah, I don't know who the fuck you. I never seen Frozen.
But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it before.
I think my mic stink.
I just told
think
you
my
never
mic
watched the
stink, yo.
movie.
No, I never watched the movie either, but you know the character, right?
No.
From where?
No.
You don't?
From what?
I am a boy. A man at that.
That's that weed or this is my mic?
You don't got no little
Huh?
kids
I
around.
don't know what smell like that. That smell funky. I think
It
it
might be the mic.
Look. This is Frozen.
I know what you're speaking on. I just never seen the movie.
Me either, but I'm just saying, like, that shit got songs in it too. Like, the little kid movies that be popular be musicals.
Not with me. I don't watch nothing.
Yeah, I ain't never seen no. I don't know what movie I seen that niggas was breaking, except for High School Musical.
Yeah, I
You get a
was-
daughter, you gonna be taking her to see Spider-Man and shit?
She might enjoy that shit. Girls like that.
Yeah, she
You
might.
feel me? But there's other movies. We don't have to sit here and listen to fucking fake ass.
I'm about to say,
musicals all day.
yeah.
Like,
That's a fact. Not
Y'all
all.
Yeah.
watch High School Musical?
I mean,
I
at that
remember
time,
it.
I seen it. I
ain't
seen
gonna
all
lie.
three.
Yeah.
I seen
definitely
all
did watch
three.
all three.
I seen all three, but it wasn't like no shit that I was like, yo, I'm about to keep watching this forever and forever and forever
It
and
just
forever.
came on and it just,
I'm about to
nigga
say-
happened to be watching that shit.
Disney Channel wasn't even in the top selection. That goes to bring my action. I seen that. No, it wasn't. I got a question because I definitely seen this online. What was the best out of the three? Like in top three, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney Channel.
In my
You go
opinion,
Disney first, and
Cartoon
then
Network
Nickelodeon.
had the better cartoons, but Disney had the movies.
Yeah, only because Disney had like you remember Cartoon Network was all cartoons. They didn't
No,
really
that's what I'm
have.
saying.
They
Cartoon
didn't have
Network
shows.
I remember. Oh no, Disney did have
Disney had cartoons, Proud Family,
Proud Family
Kim
was
Dave the
Possible,
Barbarian. Y'all
Dave
see
the
that?
Barbarian,
The replacement.
American Dragon, Jake Long. I don't
Yeah.
remember the replacements. What else Disney
I don't
had?
remember the replacements.
Brandy and the
Cartoons,
Rabbit.
cartoons. Brandy and the Rabbit.
No, I don't remember that
Cartoon?
neither.
I'm about to show
Was
you.
that some morning shit?
Some old shit used to come on late night though.
Oh nah, late night I was watching Cartoon Network, Adult Swim.
I'm about to say I don't even remember like.
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Look.
Nah, I don't know
Let
that.
me see.
I damn sure wouldn't have watched no shit looking like that.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen they was like in the jungle or some weird
This is
shit.
the
That wasn't.
replacement.
Oh,
That wasn't all that.
nah. If it was nighttime, I definitely was watching Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, I remember that one
Mm.
too. Yeah, that wasn't all that
I
either.
do remember that. That shit was kind of trash.
I don't really remember. It's a
Cartoon
blur.
Network had them
Yeah,
things.
you had Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack,
Oh,
that's the
Next Door.
Kids Next
Dexter.
Door, Dexter's Laboratory, Couragely the Cowardly
Courage.
Dog,
I never
Ed,
watched
Ed and
that.
Eddie.
That was lit.
Huh? And
Recess.
nah, Recess wasn't with them.
Recess was on.
Oh, not on Cartoon Network.
What?
Recess.
Nickelodeon?
Recess was on Nickelodeon.
I don't know, but it
Nah,
wasn't.
Recess was on Nick because Recess.
It wasn't.
No, Hey Arnold and Recess came on the same channel. That was Nickelodeon.
So it had to be there.
That was Nick.
Oh, I forgot about Hey Arnold. Now
Yeah.
Nickelodeon got some gems.
Nah, Nickelodeon is number 2. Disney only had the movies. They had
I
the.
used to watch
I like
That's
even-
So Raven
even
and stuff
Steven.
like that.
They had
Even
a couple
Steven.
shows. Even Steven was a show, right?
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Even
It
Stevens,
was a
Sweet
show
Life
and
of Zach and
movie.
I
Cody,
watched that.
Corey
Yeah.
in the House.
Watched that.
Yeah.
But Corey in the House kind of started coming out when we got older.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
because Raven fell off.
What it-
Remember his pops became the chef for the president and all that shit.
Yeah.
Raven
Yeah,
fell off, so they had to
What else they had? They had Lizzie McGuire.
That was my shit. I'd watch that just because I want to fuck her.
What Nickelodeon had? Avatar,
Avatar,
SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron,
That was my
Very
shit.
Odd
the
Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
That was my shit.
I think they had Cat. Who had Cat Dog?
Cat Dog. They had
Yep,
Cat
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 Dog.
Dog.
That was my shit.
I think they had Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
What's that shit? The monster shit with them ugly ass creatures and shit.
Remember the cartoon? And it was like they lived on the beach.
They
and
had
stuff
Red
like
and
that?
Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
I never watched that one.
They definitely had Ren and Stimpy. What's the shit with the monsters? Where it had
Rocket Power.
they had Rocket Power.
was my
They
shit.
had the 2 shits with the monster shit that had the 2 eyes and
I
shit.
know
They
what
used to
you're
have with the
talking
hands
about.
and shit. And they had the little skinny one that was like a
Oscar's Fairly Homes of
Of Imaginary Friends.
no. That, you talking about
That used to be my
Oscar's Home
shit.
for Imaginary Friends.
That
No.
used to be my
I know what
shit,
show you,
OG.
but that was on Cartoon Network.
It was?
Yeah, that one was on Cartoon
Yeah, they
Network
should bring that back.
They
That
had
was a
with
good
the little
one.
nigga Mac.
Angry Beavers.
Yes.
They
Angry
had-
Beavers.
Shit, they got the Fairly Odd Parents.
They had Keenan and Kel too.
Keenan
Keenan
and the Brain was my shit.
Pinky and
Rugrats
they
was
had
my shit. Danny
Rugrats.
Y'all
Phantom.
watch all
Danny
that?
Phantom,
Teenage
all that. They
Mutant
had
Ninja
all that
Turtles,
too.
that
Yeah, I
was my
watched
shit.
all that too. They definitely had all that.
Chalk
They had
Zone was my shit.
they had Chalk Zone. Oh,
Wild
Chalk Zone was that
Thornberry,
shit.
That was my shit.
Chalk Zone was that shit. They used to get crazy with that
Wild
chalk.
Thornberry.
You don't remember Chalk Zone?
Yeah.
When he used to draw on the chalkboard,
Yeah.
slide into the
Turn it
zone
in, yeah.
with the little blue nigga. He had the blue and white nigga. Word up. That was that shit. Remember Keenan and Kel used to come on there, Drake and Josh,
Jenny the Teenage
Zoe
Robot.
101.
They
We
had
said, oh, Jenny the Teenage Robot. Yup, they did. Damn, cartoons was lit.
As told by Ginger.
As told by
That
Ginger was
my
my
shit.
As told by Ginger. Look,
Drake
like, I ain't
and
gonna lie.
Josh.
Woo! This is kind of hard, huh?
You ever seen
The
Daria?
Amanda
Nah.
Show. The Angry Beavers.
Yup. This one is kind.
Avatar.
This shit is kind of hard though. Now that you think about it, like I don't know if Cartoon Network got it though.
They need an app.
I don't think Cartoon Network
do.
got it now. I
They
think
got
about
it.
it, son. Cause now you think about how stacked these niggas really is. Like, damn. Cartoon Network had that shit, but you had to click in on Disney and Nickelodeon. Those was like mandatory check-ins. What was my Romeo show?
Alright.
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
So
I just
Cartoon
showed my
Network,
niece
right?
that show.
You had Naruto. You
Yup,
had
Naruto. I was watching Yu Yu
Pokemon.
Hakusho. They had Pokemon,
Powerpuff
Girls, Batman Beyond,
Ben
Ben 10. They had Teen Titans.
10, Teen Titans,
Both of them,
Samurai Jack.
Uh-huh. Justice League.
Justice League, Codename Kids Next
Next
Door.
Door,
Star Wars, Static Shock.
Oh,
Courage.
They took that from
Cubics
WB.
Robots. I remember that.
Oh, the
shit.
Cubic shits. Yeah, I do
Superman
remember that shit.
Animated series.
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, they had Dragon Ball Z. They
I
definitely
did
did.
watch Cartoon Network like that.
the Grim Adventures of Billy and
Oh,
Mandy.
Billy and Mandy. Yup, Adventures of Billy and Mandy
They had
with the Jamaican Grim Reaper.
word
And nigga was hella Jamaican. Why are you stealing my stuff?
Tom and Jerry,
Tom and Jerry.
Why was
Total
that?
Drama
I
Island,
really
Totally
didn't care
Spies,
for Tom and
Transformers.
Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was
Jackie
that
Chan,
shit.
Tom and Jerry
There
was
was
my
no
shit.
talking.
They talked every 100 episodes, but they didn't need to.
Yeah, they ain't need
That's how
them
you knew that
niggas
shit
run.
was good. You didn't
They
need
was
to
running
talk.
around like
You
gangsters.
ever watch the
Yeah,
Jetsons?
They had Scooby
They
Doo,
had X-Men, they had Scooby-Doo,
Mhm.
You
Yu-Gi-Oh!
watch the Jetsons?
Yeah.
the Jetsons. Yep.
The Jetsons
Flintstones.
was back, though.
Well, that was on Boomerang.
Yeah.
Yup. Though that was on Boomerang. That was Cartoon Network. Like
Yeah.
that was they
Nah, I ain't
pops.
gonna front. I think Nickelodeon. I still stick on my choice. I think Cartoon Network is first because Cartoon Network to me wins because they had Cartoon Network had Toonami, Adult Swim, and Boomerang with their Cartoon Network shit. Because it was all on the same channel until Boomerang made their own.
See,
Adult Swim, that's what came on at night.
remember, but look, Nickelodeon also had Teen Nick.
Yeah.
That
That's why I say cartoons. I'm gonna give it first.
Nah, they was just rating the channels, like period. Like you had to just out of childhood channels.
Like Disney
I
Channel
can't pick
was
one.
geared towards girls, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going Nick. I'm going Nickelodeon.
Nah, Nick is my strong second.
I'm definitely going
I
Nickelodeon
could
number
switch
one.
out Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon all the time. Disney is staying number 3. If we gonna
Yeah, I
go
ain't
movies
know.
though, I'm gonna put Disney number 1 for their movies. Nick had a couple movies, but Disney had the shits.
Yeah, because they was going to go list. You gotta remember. I was about to say that. You gotta remember. Nickelodeon was on their channel. They had to start. They remember back then they had to start really making a name. Like, we here. They put the Nick Awards. They did the awards show.
They got a park or something like that.
That was Universal. See, all right, Cartoon Network. They didn't come first, but they came out not long after Disney, right? And then Cartoon Network was really big with Disney had Mickey Mouse. After that, they didn't have anything. It was Cartoon Network that had all the shit.
Yeah.
Because they had the tunes and shit like that. But then Disney ended up buying it. You feel me? Because Cartoon Network had it first. Disney bought it from them, right? And then they ended up selling that shit to Warner Brothers. But Disney had the movies because Disney owns music. They own more shit as a company, right?
Word.
But Universal was a strong second place for the movies. So that's when they jumped in and making Nickelodeon and shit. And then start trying to be a competitor. But you see who lasted.
Nickelodeon is still fire, but I don't know what they coming out with now.
That's Nick Cannon.
I don't know what none of them shits is coming out with now. For real,
Nick
for
Cannon
real.
owns Nickelodeon. Yeah.
That's dope.
He been owning Nickelodeon for like 15, 20 years now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when we started going outside, he owned Nickelodeon. Around the Drum Time era, like a little after Drum Time came out, he bought Nickelodeon. He bought a small stake, and then he ended up and then he ended up becoming a majority owner. So he owned Drumline. I mean, that's a Drumline. He owns Nickelodeon. He owned Wild 'N Out. He owned a couple other shows too. He owned a lot of shows on BET. The Hip Hop Squares. He owned that.
You go Nick Cannon.
He gotta be. He got all them damn kids. Nigga, you gotta do something.
What you think about Guns and Buns?
Who the fuck is that?
Well, I know y'all see it. Nah. They doing a little meme and shit about Ja Morant and Zion because
I seen that.
Because Zion, I ain't gonna say I can't really call it an expose. I'm not gonna say it's super exposed, but my son got a thing for porn stars.
Put him out there.
So he got it's 3 now because he got one pregnant. No, he got a Dallas stripper pregnant, but I guess she she do OnlyFans. So he was fucking with the Mariah Mills chick. And basically, he got another Dallas little, you know what I'm saying, lesser known chick pregnant and shit. And it's another chick that came out that's exposing with the DMs. But if you kind of, she tried to drop the text messages, that they was saying, I think it was on Snap or some shit. But what he was really saying, it wasn't like he was trying to wife her type shit, more say. It was more because he said it yo, you need to let me know the details so I can know about how to go about us respectfully. You feel what I'm saying? He said that in the messages. So you could clearly see that, he was just on some, yo, how much you need type shit. He asked one to fly out for 4 days. Then he was like, yo, I'm just trying to move you around. I'm saying, just look like he was looking for a mistress. You feel what I'm saying? All right, yo, I pay for you to come out here, give you some breach. You feel what I'm saying? Come out here and I get the fuck on you. You feel what I'm saying? And then mind you, Zion like 22, 23. She's 31 doing all of this. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? That's a lick. That's a hustle for them. Like, yo, I'm gonna either expose you or you're gonna pay me. So a lot of the niggas would be like, I'm not paying you.
But
that's what happened.
But nah, he was willing to give her some breach. She found out she ain't the top bitch. Oh, she got a yeah. You see that he got another joint pregnant. Now, fuck out of here. You fucking these girls raw. You could fucking jeopardize me by fucking these girls raw. And I was watching Academic Stream because I wanted to see what he said about it, and he was like, "Yo, the nerve of her to even say that," which is true.
Nah, facts though, like
when you in the sex industry, I'm like, fucking a million niggas. Dicks in your ass, your mouth, and your pussy at the same time with two niggas is nothing on your back. You in bukakis and shit. Talking about this nigga. Like, I think you came as a threat, for real.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? People act like it ain't disease in the sex industry. It is. Yeah.
All of
them niggas
companies don't get tested. It's only the top companies that get tested.
And them niggas only be getting tested they only try to test you for like AIDS and shit, like shit that's like terminal.
And they only get tested quarterly. So it's every 3 months they get tested.
Like porn stars, they be getting.
It takes 3 months for something to actually show its face.
Yeah, but for what they testing for, they not testing for everything. So you feel me? So anything they testing for shit that's gonna hang around forever. If it's some simple shit, them niggas that send you like, yo, just go take care of
it. Yeah, take care. Yeah.
You come back another day. Feel me? Or you could just go to another.
It's like a casting call.
Yeah, they be doing casting calls, or people get their name up because of OF. You feel what I'm saying? And people think OF is easy. Really I seen it, I seen a fucking poster shot me crying. He said somebody was like, yo. You see all these OF models out here struggling. Now they see how it feels to be a local rapper. Mm-hmm. They the same thing. I'm an OF model. Hey, we don't know you. You a local rapper now. You grinding just like a local. Now you can't even diss a local rapper, nigga, because your OF only got. Well, you ain't even got that many. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
You ain't even selling. You in the same category as this nigga. You still trying to get somebody to buy your mixtape.
You feel what I'm saying?
At least with the rapper, don't nobody gotta pay to get in here. Listen.
You can just listen. They gonna just come. They gonna flock. Niggas gotta want to see your content. Yeah. But as far as Zion, man, I don't feel like he did nothing wrong. Like,
he in a relationship.
Nah, but he got shorty pregnant. He posted up. He did what he did what he's supposed to do as far as the girl with the pregnancy. You feel me? He's showing up. His face is there.
The reason why I asked if he's in a relationship is because if he was in a relationship, then alright, cool. I could see, yeah, he cheated. But if he's not in a relationship with none of y'all,
she trying to make it seem like he cheated. You feel me?
But you didn't. That's why.
Yeah, but that's what I said. The text.
Relationship clear though, like what it was.
But I ain't gonna front. It's hard because she's not.
Like he acts.
It's not like she's showing her what she's saying. She's only showing what he's saying and trying to like leverage certain parts of whatever conversation they having. But even the shit that she leveraged, it's like, yo, I want to fly you out. I want to come here. Let's make the arrangements and let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, what's the goal, so I know how to move about it respectfully. That's not something you're going to tell your girlfriend.
Yeah, so I know how to move ain't. That's
you're not. Yeah, we're not going to tell your girlfriend, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to move respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? No, it's not. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like if that's your shorty,
it's not your girlfriend. You don't gotta.
You're not gonna.
If it's your shorty, I don't never have to say that to you.
Yeah, like, to move it. Oh, yo, let's
get together so we can figure out what we got going on.
Yeah,
that's not some shit you say.
Because this is your girl. This is your girl. This is This is This is who I'm dating exclusively. Yeah. So if I'm saying this to you, like, yo, tell me how we going about this. You feel what I'm saying? That don't sound like an exclusive. That don't sound like I'm exclusively tied down to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him as being in the wrong for dealing with these 3 females. If I'm giving y'all money, yeah, I might be giving y'all money and telling y'all sweet nothing, but this is what it's by text message, at least what I seen. This is what it looked like. It's agreed upon. Like, this is what I agreed to. This nigga makes $30 million a year. What? And a girl asks, yo, move me to New Orleans, put me in a penthouse. That's 40 grand.
Yeah, they can make a certain amount of money. Why are you even playing around with hoes? You already know what's
Because
gonna
because
come with that.
no 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 because I have money makes things easier.
Yes, it
Money
makes access easier,
I'm,
but now you gotta worry about being trapped and all this other bullshit.
one
not
that's just
necessarily not necessarily because if you keep it hot, if you look at it's a lot of wealthy people, right? If you really break it down, how many of them do you really see getting in issues like that? Like where niggas people putting them out there because of the shit that they doing privately. Like if you really think about all celebrities,
a
all
few
celebrities is
rappers,
grease. You
a
feel
few
me?
a few
It be
rappers.
the that's what it mainly it be the
It'd
rappers
be a
and the
rapper
movie
or
stars.
a rapper. No, I wouldn't even say movie stars.
It used to
Rappers,
be the movie stars.
basketball players,
That's yeah, that is what it be.
heavy
Not
sports niggas,
sports in
sports
general.
niggas, and especially basketball niggas.
Yeah.
PJ Washington with Brittany Render.
I'd go basketball and
Um,
then football.
you
But
got
now
the
they gotta kind of
you got Malik Beasley dating Larsa Pippen, and you on the team with the Sun,
yeah, but
huh?
once you
You got
get
Delonte West. I'm on the team with LeBron James, but I'm fucking his moms.
once you get past
That's
the
my
rappers,
favorite.
once you get past the rappers and the sports players, the sports stars, ain't that many, and it ain't
Yeah,
even all of them. It's select rappers.
yeah.
Because
It's.
But
I
you
think
know
it's
the
more
ones
sports
that went
niggas. I
on.
be
no, it
thinking,
is
huh?
more sports niggas. Because I was about to say when it was the rappers,
It
it's
don't be
more
a lot.
so on some street shit now.
And
It
it,
ain't even your bitch. It's some
and
street
then
shit.
girls don't even be like the
It ain't
girls
the
that they be
same.
getting exposed by be
That's what they known for.
like
It be
models
Instagram
or
models.
yeah.
yeah,
It
it be
don't
some
even be
It don't be
the
the,
basketball
regular.
niggas be getting caught up with like yo, bro.
the rappers would be some slaws half the time. You feel me? But
The basketball niggas be getting caught up with just bitches like that, like y'all not even supposed to be fucking with, gang. But
yeah,
you know, Zion, a young nigga, he 22, horny. He's probably being his meat to her, seeing her. You feel I'm saying? He in the college dorm, he whacking off like, yeah, Mariah Mills. You got this big ass bag now. Now you up
yeah,
like a
you
duck.
what
You
you want?
barely play ball. Which she also blamed the second shorty. She was like, yo, I motivated you. She's the reason why you got fat. I motivated you to be on that court. Bitch, this nigga been playing basketball his whole life. This nigga been a prospect since he was 14 years old. Unless he was being his meat to you, fantasizing like, yeah, I'm about to do this basketball shit to fuck Mariah Mills. You ain't motivate that nigga to
Don't
do
ask if you
shit.
think that.
Huh? You ain't motivate that nigga to do shit. That nigga came out the gate with money. He was the number one draft pick of the 2019 NBA draft. The number one pick off the rip. He got a deal with Jordan off the rip for a sneaker. Those shits is ugly, by the way. But you ain't motivate that nigga to do nothing. This is just a thing to put your name in the blogs right quick. You did that. He was pregnant, looking high. He got the whatever shorty he wanted to deal with pregnant. He looking happy, and you said, "Oh, this is a way to get some
Exactly is the
money."
point of being an IG model?
I mean,
Because you
you
see that often on
because you know they post, they get the whole bunch of likes. With the likes come
if
brand
they do it
deals.
right, yeah, if they do it right, you get brand deals. You could be a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
It's basically it's leveraging your following. You feel me? You got a following, so if you a female, it's easy. It's easy for y'all to sell y'all bodies. Not I don't know. Not saying nothing crazy, but
Nah, yeah.
you put on a nice
Check
fit.
it out.
You feel me? Yeah, you can sell your body as opposed to like you just post up some nice pictures, sell your body. You feel me? You get thousands of followers.
Facts.
Nigga not doing that. Not well. It's not as easy.
That's
as
not.
me.
Yeah,
So,
not every nigga is doing
yeah,
that.
like it's not just gonna fly the same. And then you turn around now, you got followers. You can turn around and leverage that. Especially a lot of your followers, probably some horny ass niggas that's gonna do whatever you tell them to do. You feel me?
Period.
So,
Seriously.
like yo, go support this brand. Or I'm shopping here. I'm about to eat at this restaurant. Meet me here. You gon' that shit gonna work for you. That's what Rick Ross do. Every time Rick Ross go on Instagram, he's promoting his brands. He just bought a private jet. If you click on the tags, every single brand he got to deal with is tagged in the post. Anything he does, he was doing his car show. This nigga gonna show you the Bel Air. He gonna talk about Maybach music. He gonna talk about the other ventures he got.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
leveraging what you got.
I have the exposure. I might as well use it. It's niggas out here that got 500,000 followers, 10,000, 20,000, and just posting pictures.
Yep, they ain't getting no cheese.
Like, yo, you can do something with that.
This niggas with 3,000 followers.
That's
You
doing it.
leveraging it
Yeah.
more than a nigga or a person with 15K, and it's like Yeah, shit's
Because we
crazy.
live in different times now. Back in the day, you had to go outside. You don't got to go outside. You can sit in your crib. And yeah, if you know how to leverage yourself, you could do anything. But speaking of leverage, you know who Funk is?
Who?
Funk, he a rapper.
Mm-mm.
I think I'm pronouncing that shit right. It's Young Thug brother, and he in the YSL indictment, right? He got out too, like Gunna did. But Gunna, I'm trying to find the paperwork. They got his paperwork out there. His shit look crazy. Like you niggas thought Gunna shit look bad. His shit look crazy.
This is Thugger's real brother.
This is his blood brother.
Yeah.
The nigga, he was in jail. He got out. He got out of jail. So whenever they got indicted, he got out of jail 2 years before that, right? He was in jail for a body. The same lawyer that Young Thug got right now, the best lawyer in Atlanta, Thug went and got the same lawyer for the nigga and got him out of jail. That nigga was sitting on death row. You feel me? He got his blood brother, the best lawyer, after he sat there.
Atlanta do death row?
He was doing life. So,
Oh.
yeah, what else? Yeah. So the nigga got in the best lawyer and got the nigga out of jail. You feel me? You came home. Now you home on probation. You feel or parole, whichever one of the two. Now you home on that. You feel me for the rest of your life. And nigga, I done gave you a fucking job. Now you fucking rapping and shit, going on tours, making money. Nigga get locked up in the indictment. He did what Gunna did, but worse. He was telling everything. He's like, yeah, I'm in YSL. It's a gang. I'm in this other gang.
Yeah, good fellas.
I mean, good fellas.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I watch my brother commit crimes. Yes, I watch the gang commit crimes. Yes, I've taken money and put it into YSL for music to help further the gang. Yes, the gang does it. He said yes. He said way more than Gunna did. You feel me? Came home. Wasn't even home a month yet.
Nah, he was home a month. He was home like 6 months because they gave him the
Yeah, you're right.
off the 10.
He
Yeah,
was home 6 months, right? Got pulled over. Got drugs in the car.
gun in the car. Yeah.
The judge sat there and told that nigga, yo, his lawyer asked for like 3 years or some shit like that, right? The lawyer was like, yo, the judge was like, yo, I respect your lawyer. She's a great person, great lawyer. But I can't do you like that. He was like, yo, I can't do that for you, nigga. You just was locked up for a murder. We told you not to do this. He's like, nigga, you wasn't even home a year yet. He's like, nah.
They say you shouldn't even have been home.
Yeah.
Word.
You shouldn't even have been home. He was like, I didn't believe. He basically said he didn't believe in him to begin with. But he was like, yo, you was never supposed to be out. He was like, so. He's like, yo, you was already supposed to spend the remainder of your life in jail, and that's what you gonna do. So now you violated too, because you already violated. You got locked up for the RICO. You feel me? And you was already out.
So he thinks snitching is gonna buy him immunity.
Yo, I don't know what, but goddamn your blood brother, bro. The nigga just got you home. If it wasn't for him to begin with, you'd have still been sitting behind them walls.
Shout out Bobby. I just seen a clip with that nigga and he was talking about. He was like, yo, the first thing I did when I came home was pay for a pill for A-Rod and Rasha. He like, yo, they in the pill process right now. That's the first thing I did when I came home. Put them in the pill process because them niggas got so many years. That shit just average now. Snitching is just so average. Like, I ain't even surprised by that shit no more. Like, whatever. Like, I ain't even surprised by that shit no more.
But you know what's next? Next is gonna be Duke.
Everybody gonna snitch.
Duke.
Yeah, nigga. I mean, the gang already. Yo, listen, bro. The gang already broke down and folded. You feel me saying? Like,
off day one, when it came out that majority of these niggas can't pay for the lawyer, it was already looking scarce. Like, damn.
Once shit like that start happening, all I gotta do is scare you with numbers after that.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
Are you a public defender? Okay, watch this.
Well, watch what I do. This is the next thing they do. You know what? Yo, we ready for trial. Date adjourned.
Just keep pushing that.
Push back. Now you
have
sitting.
money for a lawyer, you just paying this nigga to sit here.
Yep. Now you sitting. Now the niggas don't got no money. They stressed out.
And we froze your account, so it's not like you did have millions, but you can't touch it because we froze your account, so that shit just there looking good.
Yeah. And now whoever don't got no money at the bottom of the totem pole, niggas is getting stressed out. No commissary.
Niggas is
not getting on the phone.
And they bitches is telling them, yo, You got kids. You better tell on this nigga.
All that shit, cause time is patent. Now your bitch might not
They
even be
put that
picking.
out there.
A bitch might not even be picking up a phone for one of them
Dead
niggas.
ass.
Niggas ain't they calling home, nobody answering.
Well, yo,
Niggas is
funny
getting
thing,
stressed. That stress start breaking niggas now.
funny
Niggas
thing,
start telling.
the nigga, I can't remember his name, but that really happened where they put out the phone call, the son talking to his shorty. He got in trouble because she telling him to snitch, and he like, nah, I can't do that, but I need you to get this phone from son so I can get it. And that's what he got in trouble for, talking hot on the jail phone. But his bitch is like, yo, you got kids, nigga, what the fuck? You ain't got no money in there, nigga, you need to tell. You ain't
Yeah,
do
of course.
nothing, tell. And he like, nah, I can't do that. She like, yo, such and such told, they home, you need to tell. Who? Yo, free thug, but
Man, what?
Word. You see what's going on with Melly?
that
They did Melly bad, bro. Them niggas, yo, bro, you supposed to have all 12 jurors agree that you did this. They said nah. 8-4. You only need 8. You only need 8 in his case.
It's not.
And it's not, but they pull some type of legal magic, and they saying that it's legal.
It's Florida.
It's legal in the state of Florida. They got a little rule magic trick where they could do this. Who, Melly?
No, honestly, it's Florida. It kind of really didn't even matter that he was black. One, it's the crime.
Yeah, the crime is
You feel
crazy.
me? And it's publicized. The whole
Yeah.
world know about this.
We gotta, yeah.
Play with this nigga, yeah.
Yo,
If it had just been the average nigga, nobody had heard about it.
nobody, yeah, we'd have
Niggas
just
they wouldn't
right under the rug.
Yeah, they'd have still been been trialing him. But
Yeah,
niggas
you
wouldn't have been flexing on the nigga like how they doing now.
it'd have just been a news filler.
Yeah.
And boop, and local rapper, blah, 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 blah,
That's all it
filler.
is. Some local
Boop.
shit.
Then we got some other extra shit that's way bigger than that. But because he's a famous rapper, you killed both, well, allegedly killed both of your mans in the car, then try to make it look like somebody else shot the car up. When you could have took these niggas to the hospital, you didn't. You was too busy creating the crime scene, creating the cloak crime scene. You drove them to the hospital when it was too late, then lied to police about the whole situation.
Then what make it even look crazy is they saying it's premeditated, right? Because he did murder on my mind a year before this shit happened.
Yeah.
So the song alone depicts what happened.
Yeah.
The music video and all that.
Yeah, it does.
What
that
happened.
shit, it's crazy because I had to ask somebody like, yo, what happened first? Because I was not. They was like, nah, the song came out first. And I was like, word? I'm like, yo, that's crazy, huh?
If you want to see, like, you could go pull up the pictures, the police pictures of the car getting shot up and all that. If you go pull up the video, it's the same. It's almost a spitting image. Same
Said
car,
it's too late, my friend. This time he said he looked me in my eyes and said that I didn't want to die.
Yeah.
I told him it's too late, my friend. It's time to say goodbye. And he died inside my arms, blood all on my shirt. Wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind. That shit is hard, though.
Yeah.
That song is hard, yo. That song is hard, though.
The Wi-Fi is slow as fuck. You feel me? I can't do nothing about it. You gotta blame the spot. I know y'all niggas. I'm probably frozen right now, but it's alright.
Yo, that song.
To the real episode. I could see it right here on my streaming software.
Yo, that song is cracked, though.
You frozen laughing. However long ago you laughed, you stuck like that. You literally frozen, looking at him like this, looking like you laughing. He's smiling, looking at the mic like this, and I'm stuck like this. Oh, this is when I first started the live. Yeah, they not these. We just froze like and shit.
Oh, we've been froze.
Yeah, we been froze. Look, super froze.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they need some better Wi-Fi and this shit.
Yo, we should do reaction.
Yo, we should. That's another page. That's some more content.
Yeah, we're gonna do some reactions for y'all.
Word.
Yeah, they gonna slay Melly though. Melly going to jail. I'm sorry to say that. Once they did that,
It sounds premeditated. It really does.
and he already had their names tattooed on his body while they was alive.
No, he did an interview with Adam from No Jumper, right? Yeah, when he was first getting big. The nigga got both his friends tagged.
The same ones. The same ones.
But they was alive.
They was alive.
Then deeper than that, they standing off camera right next to the nigga. So the nigga Adam, like, he's sitting there across from the nigga. He's like, yo, who that, your two friends? You know, he said, what's that tattooed above your eyes? He said, "Oh, these my two friends right here, my best friends." So the nigga was like, "Oh, they died." So Melly looked at the nigga like he was tripping. He like, "Nah, they alive. They right there." So the nigga Adam like, "Oh, well,
You know,
that's different." He was like, "Normally when you tattoo people on your body, it's because they
they
died."
died, yeah.
And then he was like, he just started smiling. Mind you, his last name is Demons.
Yeah, his real last
His
name.
government last name is Demons, Mr. Demons, right? That nigga sat there and was smiling like a demon, just was like. And then he just started laughing. He's like, "Nah, that's my voice." He was like, "I love him so much, I just, nigga. So why you ain't tattoo your other man's name?"
I'm about to say
You got 3 friends. You only
Yes.
tattoo 2 of these niggas.
He only tattooed 2 of
The
them.
nigga that you allegedly killed this nigga with,
Yep.
you ain't tattoo
He
his
ain't
name.
tattoo his.
He probably been holding
I think that was Bortland.
Yeah.
It was him and Bortland that's charged for the
Yeah.
murder of Juvie and Shaq Chaser. He got Juvie and Shaq Chaser tattooed.
And the craziest part is
What's his name? YNW.
YNW Mally. You gonna see pictures of his mom. His mom's look like she our age.
Bad.
I swear to God, his
She
mom's
close
look
to
like.
our age.
Huh?
She close enough.
Yeah, she is close, but.
Yeah, I ain't go front. When I first seen her, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? But now, man,
What?
cause shit, they trying to say that while gone, they saying one of the situations because one of the mans them was trying to slap down moms, and she wasn't jacking it, and then she was like, "Yo, I got them hitters too. You feel me?
No, this is mom.
Oh shit, that's way too much grabber right there. I just did some Shayla shit.
That's her and the other son. That's B song, and that's the mom.
Yo, shout out to Shayla. I just overdid the grabber like you would.
That's him right there, man.
She pretty, right?
Yeah, she is.
She had him when she was like 16.
That nigga, yeah, she like 37 or some shit now, 36, 37.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sean boys.
That's why he dropped that We All Shine shit. I Shine You, We All Shine album.
That's why I asked, because I see that on his back.
Let me see.
I shine,
Oh,
you
yeah.
shine, we shine.
Yeah,
I'm not G Sean.
You shine. Yeah, he G
I
shine.
shine, you shine, we shine.
Ten black nigga. We gonna pull up on that tip and hop out with them
Shout out
choppers.
to the G Shines, but I ain't G.
Huh?
That was his friend.
Yo, son, it looked.
I ain't gonna lie. His situation look bad, but his music is fire though. I ain't gonna. That's one little weird nigga I jack.
What's his
Yo,
sign?
but that's
He a
how.
Gemini. I believe he did it on purpose.
Man, what?
That's crazy.
Man, what? Man,
Nigga
what?
not a Gemini though.
Man, what?
Nah, this nigga was saying that like he got some type of
Oh, yeah,
fucking.
no, he said he got 4 personalities. That's
Yep.
why he came out with the song with Kanye. I got split personalities.
Yep, split personalities.
So he got so he bipolar.
But it ain't
he got
even.
personality disorder.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he do on paper though. He legit have personality disorder.
So then he can't be in jail.
What you mean? He tried that. He tried
said
that
no?
already. Yeah, they said no.
Yeah. May 1st.
They want him.
That's crazy. He's
see
close
how
as hell though, huh?
Yeah, you see how they did the niggas from Triple X?
Yep.
They want him. He's a celebrity. You
His moon is in Scorpio.
can't do that.
Son, that's that emotional.
He probably did kill him. It was really premeditated like that. Like,
Man, what?
they gon'
Sheesh.
Taurus, not so much. They just greedy.
They said it was over some breach. They had there's a lot of like.
Yo, whatever is over, listen to all my mans them out there in the world, wherever you are. Please, I would never do you like that ever in life. So please, please, please. Even if you don't really respect me like how I respect you, at least have that ounce of respect for me, not to body me, please. You know what I mean? We don't gotta go out like that. We could just not talk no more. Like we ain't even gotta deal with each other no more. But we ain't gotta go out
Pulled
like
up
that.
in the Tulsa, hopped out with them choppers. Running down them in the boo
April,
Balenciagas.
baby, you feel me? Shit.
That nigga's a different son.
I get tight, but I don't get tight and be wanting to kill my mans. Them like, chill.
Nah, they probably
Nope.
crossed the line.
Yeah, who knows? It's all we got is speculation. Somebody said it was over a girlfriend, the mom. Somebody said it was over money. Like it's just so much different shit.
Yo, Melly said he ain't do it. You still holler free thug, right? Free thug. You feel me? Even though, speaking of that, they offer YFN Lucci 20 years.
20 years for what?
Oh, one count of hold on, I got it. One count of
You trying to kill
manslaughter.
somebody?
Yeah, they spun on a nigga, right? They was booming at the nigga, and one of their mans got hit. He was in the front seat. He got hit, but he wasn't dead yet. He got shot in his head. He wasn't dead yet though. And they pulled up on a corner and threw the nigga out the car, left him for dead. And some woman seen it and ran down on him and shit. He was still like breathing and shit, so she called the police. It was like, yo, I just seen some niggas push a nigga out of the car. He got a gunshot in his head. He dying. And then he ended up dying
Yeah.
like right there in front of the woman. But that was they mans. They spun on a nigga.
They killed him and then pushed him out the car?
No, they didn't kill him. The niggas that was spinning on, yeah,
shot back and shot him
in his head. Yeah.
He wasn't dead yet. They could have took him to the hospital and possibly saved his life. Instead, they threw his ass out the car and kept it pushing.
Because they couldn't go to the hospital
Yeah,
because.
you can't go to the hospital after you just spun on a nigga, car hot.
So
y'all
they
hot.
ain't, yeah. They didn't. It's not like they didn't want to maybe take him to the hospital. They
did
couldn't for it.
the right thing in terms of like, yo, we just spun on a nigga, so we just can't go straight there. But like, it's
Morally,
bad.
yeah.
Morally, that's wrong because like, yo, that's your man's.
Like, what the fuck?
What, in the afterlife?
They gotta be in the afterlife.
Because that nigga's
Like,
gone.
when?
He died. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone.
That's what happened when he got shipped out the car. They left him for dead.
For dead. He was over, yeah. They probably thought he was already dead.
Yeah. Nah. Cause when Shorty was on the phone, you could hear him gasping. You can hear him still gasping in the background. So you probably thought like, yo, this nigga's definitely taking his last breaths, but he was still like you can hear it in the bitch, and she not just calm on the phone. She's like, oh my god, and you can hear him in the background still breathing. So she's on the phone for like a good 5 minutes, and you hear him in the background the whole time breathing, and ain't no telling how far son was in the car when they, you know what I mean? So the nigga was like, he was fighting for his life.
If you're a rapper, why are you doing any of this again?
Yo,
Should
because
be
before
real.
he was ever a rapper, he was still a gang member, and niggas still had beef. Your life don't change just because your life can change because you became a rapper. But that don't mean that all your issues and shit went away.
At
feel
all.
me? And then, like Atlanta,
That shit might intensify that shit for real.
Yeah.
Niggas be jealous.
And
So
at
this
this
bitch ass
point in
nigga got
time-
some money.
Atlanta is the hub for music. And he's from Atlanta. So he live in Atlanta. So it's like, yo, I live here and I'm beefing with niggas that's from here. Like, yeah, like, you feel me? And then the niggas who he's beefing with was Young Thug.
Yeah.
That's the niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the niggas.
That's what the
So they both in jail.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both locked up. He
That's-
got locked up first though.
yeah.
YFN
The
Lucci.
niggas that he spun on.
Reginald was dating him.
Yeah. The niggas that he spun on was Young Thug mans, allegedly. You feel me? That's what that whole shit. So yo, y'all both
Because
y'all.
they said
They said they
because
both was causing terror in the street. So you got.
because niggas because they killed
Nut.
Nut.
Yeah.
Nut. Cause
Manager.
yeah,
YFN Lucci, man.
the nigga that owned Think It's a Game Entertainment.
Yeah. He was also blood.
Yeah. And I guess he did something to one of the top rats in YSL, which was Woody.
Yeah.
And then and Woody been telling, but he did something to Woody. Woody ran back to them niggas, to Doug and them niggas, and I heard personally, I heard that Doug was personally there when they killed Nut.
Yeah.
And they killed Nut. And then that's what really caused the tension between him and
Crazy
YFN.
thing is, that's one of the first shits that they put out about the nigga. They was talking about that shit on an Android phone.
What?
Green text messages. He was like, when cause they went to go kill Nut the first time they spun on the nigga, they missed.
Yeah.
And Thug was like, yo, y'all niggas missed again, y'all dead. And he was like, yo, matter of fact, he drove the car, allegedly. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he was like you said, he watched this shit happen, and he's like, all right, cool. Cause what his whole thing was, if y'all didn't kill this nigga, I'm killing y'all.
Thug from Atlanta too?
Yeah. That's why Rich. That's another reason why Rich Homie Quan fell back. Thug tried to make it seem like it was because he called him gay.
Yeah, but
No.
it wasn't that. It's because it looked like you playing both sides. Because
Yeah.
you're trying to think it's a game, but you fucking with me.
But,
and you
yeah.
got beef. I got beef with the niggas you signed to, and you cool with them niggas. It's not
Yeah.
like you just signed these niggas. You cool with these niggas. They made you pop off. You feel me? Y'all had y'all little issues over y'all contract and shit, but even after that, you still good with these
That was
niggas.
a good link up too. That's sad.
Now, I respect Thug. I mean, not Thug, but
Quan.
Quan, because like He was on some shit like, yo, I fuck with both of y'all niggas, and I know I can't get in the middle of it, so I'm gonna fall back. I respect that. Because sometimes it be like that, like, you feel me? Like,
But
even
the
now,
thing
I know
is,
niggas.
They was making music together, so how you go from business to I can't choose sides, so I'm gonna
Because them niggas, it's
'Cause
deeper than that.
deeper
It'd
than
be
just
like,
music.
like you gotta understand it.
Niggas is dead.
Past the niggas is dead, and this is like, all right, boom. First of all, niggas is dead. I'm signed to where niggas is dead at. You understand what I'm saying? That's so even on the business aspect, like your people in your business just murdered somebody in my business. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that makes anybody in my business liable. So I gotta step. That just for my own
But
safety now.
even deeper than that, if you just look at it as strictly business, right? Like, yeah, the street shit's still playing, right? So now it's business. The nigga you trying to work with killed my people. So I don't fuck with them. I'm not clearing nothing. Because I got to clear the song for you to put it out. If I clear the song, you on a song with the nigga, yeah, you going to make money too. But he's about to make money as well. So I'm about to help the nigga that killed my peoples make money. Nah, I'm not clearing the song. That's going to fuck up business right there. We done shot a video and all of that and invested money in this. Now your people's going to clear.
petty as hell.
Yeah.
It's not petty,
You got
it's
murdered.
about lives, but
It
at
sound.
the same time, it's like
It's
damn.
murder. I was chilling
Look.
with. Remember, you gotta remember, Quan and Thug was really around each other. Past music, they was really chilling with each other.
They was
And
really friends.
yeah, like they was really, like
So-
that nigga Thug said, yo, I got that nigga name tatted on me.
Rich Homie Quan?
Yeah.
Thug is mad emotional.
And but Rich Homie Quan got nut tatted on him. That's
Yo.
because that was really his
That's-
man. And then
Oh nah. I mean, yeah, it sound crazy.
He
Yeah.
died. 'Cause he
No,
died.
because she said, yo, you got nut tatted on him.
Yeah.
There. You gotta hit that. Yeah, you gotta.
Hey,
yep.
but that's that nigga name.
Yeah,
You know,
nah.
down south,
No, I'm saying
having them names,
that was
sound crazy,
yeah.
though.
He was paused for that.
Yeah,
That shit was.
fire, pause.
Oh,
But-
speaking of pause though, I'm gonna let you finish this statement because I gotta bring up some pause shit your man's did. Huh?
But that's
You
not
know who
my
your man? Nah, you didn't even know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but I can't.
Who?
I don't know, but I just ain't claiming.
Oh, the Joe Budden shit I showed.
Oh, yeah,
The Joe
No,
Budden.
wait, time out.
Huh?
I fucks with his content. That nigga been wildin'.
Huh? Yo, bro.
When he said, when he was joking, when he said he was gay,
Yo.
I felt.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen.
Nah, cause he do too much flagrant shit.
Yo, listen, yo, bro, the nigga was on, I think it was a recent one too. The nigga was on a pod, right? So he telling these niggas, like, they talking and shit. So he like, yeah, son, I ain't gonna front. Nathan's is monumental. I fuck with Nathan's.
Yo,
And then he was
bro, I
like,
watching that episode, son.
this nigga said, he was like, I like Nathan's. He was like, Nathan's hot dog's good. The buns, no. So the
Man.
nigga's like, yo, how you know that? That nigga said him and his girl was outside, like me and my food head ass girl. We outside eating them shits. We taste them shits. The bun's nasty. We took the buns off, had the hot dog with all the everything on top. He said he dangled it in the air, bro, in the middle of Fifth Ave. And nigga said, yo, nigga said you ate the raw glizzy? He said in the middle of Fifth Ave. I was like, nah, this nigga's wildin', son.
Nah, and he know he be wildin'. They know he be, because even Flip was like, yo, bro, we talked. Flip, I thought he was playing at first. It's in Flip contract that he can't do that gay shit while he did, right? So Joe presented him a new contract because he wanted more pay. And that's been their whole argument, because every time he said the gay shit, Flip be like, yo, bro, the contract. And he'd be like, you ain't signed it. But nah, yo, bro, I don't know if that's a, you know what I mean? That's not my man's. That's not my man's. Let's put that out there. I don't know that nigga. If I walk up on that nigga, you feel me, and stretch my hand, he might do me like Young Thug, like Wayne did.
I used to
Thug,
listen to him.
right by me. Yo, and that's the crazy thing.
You never listened to him?
Nah, only song I ever knew by no.
Or Pump It Up?
No, but he had another song before Pump It Up. That yeah, he do though, and niggas do know the song. Niggas, nah, it didn't come out on his album. It came out on the DJ Envy album. You feel me? And I don't remember the name of the song, but when yeah, he played the shit one time, and I was like, oh shit, that was Joe Budden.
Nah,
I didn't
Joe.
know that was him.
Joe Nice.
Huh?
Nah, I said Joe Nice.
Nah, I know.
It's just that sometimes he be
he real emotional.
I was about to
He's
say
an
that.
asshole.
Nah, when you listen to his music, it's like
Nah,
real,
he
real emotional. Like, but when he be getting on his street tip, that's my son. I like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my son get raw. He got bars.
Nah,
And they got bars.
You know, I respect Joe Budden, cause I seen when he was a rapper, I seen when niggas was running down on him and he was fighting back, right? I seen him run before.
I'm about to say he got slapped and he got
I
pieced
seen
up
him run
before.
before.
He had an issue with ransom. He had an issue with ransom when a nigga slapped him. Yeah.
Ransom slapped him. He had an issue with Benzino. Put it in.
And then he had an issue with remember he had the issue with consequence.
Yeah.
And they both got it off. Yeah, they both got their shit off. Like I think he got at him first.
Yeah.
And caught him like slide, and then like on some slide shit. So consequence got his look back and shit like that.
Consequence sent like 30 niggas to his crib, right? And as soon as he opened the door, they slapped dog shit out that nigga, right? The shit was funny because I remember seeing the video on World Star. Nah, because they was really beefing.
They was beefing about.
I can't remember what they was beefing about. I damn near wanted to say it was.
Nah.
I
told you that Love and Hip Hop should be real shit. That them like, all right, boom. Because I seen
Love and Hip Hop knew they already had prior beef, so that's why they made it a part of the show. But this was way before Love and Hip Hop ever existed.
I seen Peter Guns on the interview on the Breakfast Club, right? Talking about the Love and Hip Hop shit, right? And he was like, "Yo, it's scripted to an extent." He said the problems be real, but they just
set up the situation.
They push it like we might have a disagreement. Oh, boom, me and Onyx, we had an on-air disagreement, so we leave. The producers might come to you and be like, "Yo, you know Slorter talking crazy about you and shit like that." Yeah, them niggas will instigate this. Yeah, they will instigate the fuck out the situation. So now we really got issues. It's TV, but it's not just TV. Like we got sly issues now. You feel what I'm saying?
I can't remember who it was, but it was a Ray J situation where it wasn't real beef. The show made the beef. Like they kept going to both sides and telling them like, yo, this nigga saying this nigga saying that, this nigga trying to get you off the show. And in reality, they didn't have no beef. But they created a problem. So now these niggas is beefing. And then when niggas finally get to really sit down and talking and they realize, oh, it's the producers. So they started playing into it like, all right, well, we don't really have no, but for the most part, them niggas be really happy.
I noticed that on Black Ink Chicago, they had an episode, right, where these niggas had went to like Vegas and shit, right? I don't know if y'all watch it, but they got a character, I said a character, they got a shorty on there named Charmaine, right? She had a fiance and shit. And she was in a room with I forgot this nigga name. He always had the I know who you talking about. Hold him to the side for a second, right? He got a brother too. What's his brother name? The older brother. All right, boom, right? Hold him to the side. What was a Van? Boom. The fat nigga. All right, boom. Van and Charmaine had fell asleep in the same room together. They was drunk. They was all drinking. They fell asleep in the room together, right? So boom, right? Somebody said that they fucked. You feel me? Now, mind you, Shorty, Van got a girlfriend. Van got a girlfriend that he rocking with, and Shorty got a fiance, right? They blamed it. I forgot the girl name. She's skinny, light skinned, Spanish. I think she like Spanish or some shit. They blamed it on her for spreading the rumor. So they lost, like they kicked her out the shop. Like she lost her job. She had to come back and beg for a job to take care of her kids for this shit, bro. Yeah, skinny. She used to be the receptionist. Remember, it was the little white girl that used to follow boy around, and then it was Shorty, right? So she was begging for a job back. Everybody thought it was her, bro. They went to a cut scene like on Who Really Told. So they was like, you know, in the cut scenes when they be talking, they like, yo, who really told? So it was a producer on the cut scene, like, who really spread the rumor that Van and Charmaine fuck? And it was like, yo, it was Thor older brother that spread. That's with Ashley. Yeah, the other one. It was the older brother that spread the rumor. And the producer said it on it. Even and in the show, they still because you know they shoot all them shits after all the content. So they like, yeah, you know, he told us, and you feel me, we went and the producer nigga saying it like, yeah, he told us, so we went around and told everybody and spread it and shit like that, on the show. And then they had the shit. That's how real it is. They had the situation where he told them. Like, yo, yeah, word. You feel me? And they blamed it on Shorty and she lost her job behind that shit. Gangster, huh?
Yo, TV. Yo, you know that that shit you shared about them two IG women that got caught with the $2 million worth of coke.
Yeah.
You know, one of them is a ghostwriter for I think The Dream.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy.
Dream, and she
So
be
what the
writing
fuck you doing
songs
with $2 million worth of coke?
with the producer. What's
Shit
the
get
nigga
real.
what's the producer nigga that used to be a rapper and then he became a producer and changed his name?
Hitmaker.
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 Yeah,
Young Berg.
yeah, she be writing. She used to write for him too. What's she doing? Selling coke?
Should be real. Look at Fetty Wap.
Yo, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right
He
now.
asked, yo, he got off good though, cause he asked for 2 years, and he was like, yo, I only went back to selling drugs because of my situation, right? Because of my situation and
No.
because money wasn't.
You asked for how many years you were in
Yeah,
I mean,
the lawyer can ask
Good axe. Yeah.
for a minimum. You feel me? Like his lawyer
And
asked
work
for
out a
2 years,
deal.
and the judge was like, yo, I can't give you 2, but I can give you 3. Which in my eyes, that's a win. Like she only gave you a year more than you asked for. So
I'm about to say 3 years. You can still come back and make some. I ain't gonna say you are gonna have popularity, but you could get on the grind, get on your independent shit. He need to hit the studio, drop track after track after he just got to kill it.
This is why it's even crazier. His mandatory minimum at first was 10 years.
Yeah.
But the lawyer got that charge. He was selling fentanyl, cocaine, and something else.
Yeah, that nigga got caught with drugs.
No. I don't think it was no weed in that. It was all hard drugs.
Hard drugs, yeah.
But
my son was selling drugs.
The lawyer got the fentanyl dropped off, which was the 10-year minimum. So that's how he was able to ask for the 2 years. Yeah, but they wasn't selling a lot of it. That's why they didn't just slap him with that shit. And then he ain't telling nobody, but he really kept it real about his situation. Like he was, because they was trying to leverage his music shit. Like, yo, you making? He was like, I wasn't. He was like, yo, it took.
Yeah, he was signed. He blew that bag.
Years, but it initially took him 2 years to get the money off his first single. So by the time his album came out, he already had 8 singles going.
What was that? I said, hey, what's up, hello.
Yeah,
that was his self-titled shit.
It took him
Fetty
2
Wap.
years to get the fucking money.
But he said that nigga was spending money like
when he
crazy.
Got the money, but that was all show money.
Yeah, I know. He was fucking that. He was fucking that. I'm talking about
buying. Said it was a point in time when he was making almost $1 million a show, and he was like, I didn't even know. He was like, I didn't know that till later on in life after I realized how much money I done went through.
Blowing shit on his dogs.
He was buying houses.
I'm about to say that. He had like 17 cribs.
Every state he had a show in, he'd buy the
no
house.
Reason.
Instead of renting it, he'd buy it and then put his mans in them in there.
The nigga said I think he went overseas to like England or some shit. And he had to do a show and all the hotels was booked.
Up, so he bought a house.
He bought a house. They said the nigga on the phone was like, you sure you want to buy one? You sure you just don't want to rent one for a certain amount of time? He was like, nah, I'm good. Just buy it. He's like, nah, I'm just good. Just buy it.
Nah.
They seized all of that?
No, they didn't.
Nah,
he couldn't
sold them shits. You can't keep up the shit. You gonna sell them and you going broke.
And then when you American, right, and you buy property or you live somewhere else, you still have to pay taxes in America on the property that you bought in another country. So he bought a country in Europe. That's how America worked. So you buy a house in Europe. Not only do you got to pay the European taxes, but America still want their breach. In America eyes, you wouldn't be nowhere if it wasn't for us being born here, which is true in a sense. If you was born in most other countries in the world, you setting up for failure.
Basically.
So
yes.
Not because most countries are third and second world countries.
Yep.
Antigua's a second world country. You feel me? Most countries are third world countries. They don't have no real government. They don't have no real stability. The shit is built off of corruption. At least in America, like I was watching this Jamaican nigga, financial advisor, right? And he was talking to this a nigga that is a multi-millionaire. He was on a panel, but I can't remember his son name, but he a known nigga. He owned a baseball team and a basketball team. The nigga was the owner was asking the Jamaican nigga why he spreads the knowledge, why he's giving the knowledge away for free and he not writing no books or nothing like that. And the Jamaican nigga was like, yo, he was like, it's for reasons like that. He was like, you American, so you take the shit for granted. He said, yo, in Jamaica, listen, deeper than that. He said in Jamaica, if somebody own a business, they really work. Because you can't go to no bank and be like, yo, I got credit. Let me do this. So the
So what you got?
son was like, so y'all don't have credit in Jamaica? And he was like, no, we have credit, but it's not leveraged the same way. He was like, yo, credit in Jamaica just saying I have money. Like I have a certain amount of money, so I have credit. Because you'll have a family that own 1, 2 businesses and they
See you later.
making money, but they still technically poor because they put all. That's the only reason they making money, and the only reason they living is because they have this business. As opposed to you got niggas like I got family right in Antigua. Antigua's considered a second world country. It's not as bad as Jamaica, but like you take $20 to Antigua, it's worth 50. If you exchange it at the airport, it's $55.75. But anywhere else, they're gonna give you $50 and keep pocket the rest. So I got some cousins that the ones that stayed in Antigua, they either mechanics, DJs, or they work at the radio station.
So they got trades and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like DJing is a trade down is not even considered a trade down there because we only have 3 radio stations on the island. So it's only they only shift between 2 DJs on each station. So that's 6 niggas. So if you're not DJing at a party, you're not DJing at a radio station, if you're not fixing cars, you're gonna work in a restaurant, you're gonna work in tourism. After that, what are you doing? You doing a bunch of you think about bullshit jobs in America,
Yeah, you probably out there fucking
doing nothing. Like, cause in America, niggas like look at Uber.
cleaning up
Bitches-
behind horses.
Yeah,
And
bitches
crazy.
don't even want to accept a nigga that do Uber. Niggas look at that like side hustles and shit. But that's a legit side hustle. You can make a real living off of that.
Yeah.
There's not too many side hustles that you're doing in Antigua where you're gonna make a legit living. Like you gonna be alright, but then when you walk into it, these niggas would be happy because like I got this one uncle. He not even my uncle, it's my cousin. My boy live in a shack. His crib is literally the size of this room. The whole crib. You feel me? And when you walk up to this shit, you'll be fooled because it's it's another house in front of it. I don't even know who owned the house, but they got some big ass house in front of it. So when he pull up, that's how he be getting his bitches. When he pull up, they see this big ass, nice ass, it's damn near mansion.
Like, yo,
So they think it's that. And then he busts around the back and he like, yo, this is why I just bring company. When in reality, that's his crib. And it's literally this. Like when you walk in, the bed, it's a bed right here, the couch right there, the TV stove, everything right there. And then
it's a mini apartment.
Not even because the bathroom is some shit he put together.
Oh my god.
You feel me? Like he made the bathroom outside. You showering outside. You feel me? That you outside, you just can't nobody see you, but you outside. Like you take a shower, fucking storm come, you gonna be tight.
Yeah.
You gotta run like from here to the door, the outside door to get to the crib, and it's over. Like, but niggas be happy. So if you just imagine that, then you come to America, like you could be broke as fuck. If you know how to leverage credit, you had no money, but your credit score is amazing. So now you could travel and you could live off of. You could have no physical money, but you could.
Based on trust now.
Yeah, the only other place where you can really do that is Europe. After Europe, that shit gets slow. You start looking at the wealthy countries and you realize, nah, it's just the niggas with wealth that's moving. You look at the Emirates, you look at the United Emirates. There's poor people that live there, but you would never know it. They don't live in Dubai. They live on the outskirts. So you feel me? The outskirts
like
niggas.
We on the outskirts of Manhattan.
Yeah, but even on the outskirts of Manhattan, there's niggas in Brooklyn.
It's not. I'm about to say it's not.
It's Barclays Center.
Yeah, like
that shit.
Shit.
The city is over. It's when you talking about the city, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
The outskirts is like Yonkers, Westchester, up there type shit, and even that shit is expensive. And you could jump on the fucking, jump on the train, and come right back into the city. Whoops, work, live up there and work up there. But the price ain't really different no more. The price ain't no real difference no more. So.
I like down south because it remind me of Antigua.
Because it's wide space.
It's not even just the space. It's everything. Like the food kind of remind me of Antigua because it's like real home cooked meals and shit like that. The people. No offense, but they slower. You feel me? It's a slower pace of living. Yeah. Everything more laid back. That's kind of how Antigua is. Like, you got to go to town to really find some lit shit. Once you leave the town, which is literally in the center of the island. Once you leave the center of the island, it get a little slow. If you not by the beach where one of the lit beaches or by like the hotels or something like that, you're not in a lit area, it should get real slow for you. Like if you live by the beach, you could you could not have a job, but you could go catch you some fish, and now you selling exotic fish because you live on that side of the beach,
Right.
so you
It's
can live
easy
off
for
the
you.
land.
Yeah.
You feel me? You could survive off the land. You come to America, that's why that's a lot of the reasons why immigrants look at us like I'm an immigrant myself, but niggas will look at niggas like, oh,
waste.
y'all niggas is lazy.
Mhm.
But me as an immigrant that grew up here, I don't feel like that because I grew up here, so I know how it is. Like I got family that's in Antigua that'll look at me like, yo, how you not doing better? You in America, this, that, and the
You
third.
never been?
Nah, they didn't visited, but you visiting, so you really you coming
You
off
don't.
of on my expense.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you might have paid for your ticket and shit, but you living off of me. So you still in a facade because you thinking I got it good. Niggas got food. You got a big TV. Oh, you got a new PlayStation. Oh, you got Jordans. So niggas think you, oh, you rich. You know how many of my cousins faithfully be asking me for shit. That's why I don't even be having WhatsApp on my phone. You feel me? Like I got a cousin right now. I gotta send him something, right? The nigga been begging for me to send the shit for him. When I go to try to send the shit for him the first couple times, oh yo, send this and this with it. And I'm like, all right, send the breeze. He's like, yo, you keep. I'm like, yo, bro, you not. It's not like you asking me for anything. You asking me for some shit that costs damn near a couple $1,000. Like, that's not just pocket money. He's like, oh, you in New York? I'm like, all right, rent in New York for a closet be $2,000-3,000. I'm like, so
Up.
yeah, and I'm like, and that's just rent. Like, I ain't paid no bills yet. I ain't bought no food yet. I ain't bought no weed. Like, I ain't fed my habits. I ain't did none of that shit yet. That's just rent.
Living in the city is expensive.
And you complaining about, I'm like, yo, bro, come up here. Come see how it is and then tell me about the American dream. Because that's what the dream is. Yo, you can come here and it's all this shit set up for you to be able to possibly make it. The dream ain't that, yo, you going to come to America and make it.
The dream is
Like,
already
nah,
being
nigga,
made.
it's billions of Americans living in America.
Poor shit.
If you think that every single one of them come up here and be rich, the immigrants, so what you think happening to the motherfuckers is already it. You think niggas just they rich too? You ain't never seen that what's the homeless niggas? You don't be watching New York City trains? Gotham when it turned into Gotham?
Word, that shit
Niggas be
crazy.
bugged. But yo, them bitches, the $2 million with the coke. That's a lot of cocaine. That means they've been doing that for a while. I've been thinking about this for a minute since I seen that. You don't
Possibly.
just get, yo, bro.
No, I'm saying.
Nah,
You know. I mean, it depend on, you know what I'm saying? They could have just been mules.
I feel you, but how many you don't just hear the mule just get caught too often. $2 million worth of cocaine. They normally catch a shipment and shit like. Oh, speaking of shipment, in January they caught a boat with seven. I think it was like 72, 73 tons of cocaine in it, right? And it said they lost it.
How do you lose something like that?
The shit had shipping containers
What
filled
the
with coke.
hell?
They said they
Is
lost
there
it.
so much coke in this container? Where is it going?
It was coming right here.
Yeah, you know.
I don't feel like they. I know they didn't lose it.
But you know
They sold it. They distributed it.
they gonna give some to the streets, put some in the drugs and the regular FDA approved drugs. You know, really and truly a big farm. One of the big farmers probably took that shit for
Yeah.
real.
America.
Put some in the streets and kept it
America
in.
doesn't produce cocaine and meth in abundance.
You said
Yeah,
you mean heroin?
heroin, cocaine and heroin. We don't
Yeah.
produce cocaine and heroin in
You know,
abundance.
you can make
Yeah.
meth.
But cocaine and heroin and meth
Like I said, what's meth
are
out of?
it's the base of 90%
Some
of
household products.
pharmaceutical drugs.
What?
Huh,
Oh yeah,
cocaine,
yeah,
meth,
oh
and
yeah.
heroin is the base for 99% of pharmaceutical drugs. You go to the hospital, they give you get an
Opiate,
IV,
yeah, basically.
that's meth.
Methamphetamine.
Yeah. When they give you morphine, that's meth. It's some shit stronger than morphine. That's heroin. You feel me? They give you fentanyl if you got a gunshot wound. They're gonna give you fentanyl. But if we don't produce that shit in masses, and we got that shit in every hospital across America, where it's coming from? And we talking about this drug war. But
Yeah, you'd be surprised. People making meth for household products.
that ass. You
Shit,
go,
right under your
yo,
sink.
you could go on Google, YouTube, and figure out how to make all this shit.
Yo.
And that shit, and then you realize you like, oh shit, I got meth under my sink right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What they do, burn meth?
What you mean?
Some niggas inject it.
Yeah.
I've,
Niggas take it like Molly.
yeah, I seen somebody smoke meth one time.
What
Right.
did they do to them? He started acting crazy? Like,
I ain't gonna. I seen niggas do a lot of drugs. The drugs that I seen niggas really bug out on. I was in Florida, right, with my man's them. Don't make it hot. And we was playing this game, right? And some nigga walked up, and the nigga was tweaking, but he had breach on him, right? So nigga start playing the nigga. In the middle of the nigga, us playing the nigga looked to his side and start talking to somebody, but there's nobody there. So now niggas is like, nah, we good on you, right? The nigga was like, what? Boy reached in his pockets and pulled out bath salt. But I ain't know it was bath salt. Nobody knew what it was.
Shit make people eat people's heads off?
Yeah, that's the shit turns into zombies and shit. But we didn't know what it was. It looked, niggas was like, yo, this nigga just ate the cocaine. Cause that's what it looked like. It looked like salt, right? And boy just threw that shit back, went in the middle of the street, took all his clothes off, and ran down fucking Ocean Drive, butt ass naked. Tossing the money. Just tossing this shit, tossing the money.
What how you tweaking, K2, shit like that. Which I think
one of my teachers took angel dust and she committed suicide and I seen it. That's probably the worst thing I've ever seen as far as drugs.
About damn. It's dusty as fucking here.
Yeah, they don't never clean this. When I came in here, all the mics, only mic that wasn't out was this one. All these shits, I had to put them shits together, bro. Them shits was laying on the table.
Yeah, Tyrease going off on DJ Vlad because he always talking about him, laughing, making fun of, and he exposed some like messages how Vlad wanted to get him up there for 10K and it didn't work. But he basically called
him a culture vulture.
Yeah, and he's continuously calls him a culture vulture.
I feel like everybody do.
Call Vlad a culture vulture. Do you think he's a culture vulture?
Is he black?
No, he's white.
He's not black, but I wouldn't.
He don't just interview black people though.
Consider Vlad a culture vulture. He used to be a DJ. He was a legit DJ.
Yeah. I mean, huh?
No,
Does he capitalize off of urban culture? Because if he does, then he's a culture vulture.
But I mean, I personally wouldn't say he.
He do capitalize.
He does.
He does capitalize off urban culture.
But the reason why
I mean, even as a DJ, he did.
Yeah, but the reason why I personally was separated is because he broke niggas, he broke artists and shit. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he did break niggas. He was in the clubs, like he had a legit come up. Rick Ross, before he had beef with Ross, he was really pushing that nigga. You feel me? He was one of the DJs that was pushing him early in his career, along with a couple other niggas, and then they ended up falling out about the breach and about the CO shit because he still had his shit, so he put that out there, and Ross was tight. Like, yo, you my mans. He's like, nigga, that's still my job. Like, nigga, you feel me? But I wouldn't consider him a culture vulture because if I'm paying you to come on my platform, and then even deeper than that, fuck the fact that I'm paying you to come on my platform. I'm an interviewer. If I'm interviewing you and I ask you something, you should know what you should answer from what you shouldn't answer.
I'm not saying he not fair, but I'm talking about like a culture vulture. Does he profits? He
definitely profits off of the culture.
I say that, and I say that, huh?
No.
Because he's white, no, but because he was a DJ and really got 20 years in the industry,
then what you think about, it's the same thing about, if you say that about him, Eminem, you gotta say that about Eminem, MGK, Millie's,
DJ Khaled, because DJ Khaled is not American.
They come into our spaces and mimic and make it better than most of us.
But I wouldn't say you.
I won't say they make it better than most of us.
Not even that. I wouldn't even say you mimic because it's music. Music is just not.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna put it like, I can't say that every white person is a culture vulture. I'm gonna say this is the reason why I'm gonna say that though, because you got people like they got this dude, right?
It's
His name is
situational.
his
That
name
what
is
you
Milk.
saying?
It's situational. It's
Yeah.
situational in a sense because you got to do you know Milk 74.
Yeah.
Milk he Hoover. He a white boy, braids, all that. He Hoover, right? From Cali. This nigga was adopted by a black family. He says nigga and all that. Like, he like, yo, I grew up with all my siblings is black. My mom that I call my moms, and when I
Yeah,
go to
like
Mother's Day and do all that is
I
black.
believe that.
You understand what I'm
I do
saying?
think it's situational
So
because
I only grew up in black culture. Like, I don't know nothing else. I don't know how to be a white boy.
I would consider you a culture vulture if you're not a part of the community. Like, cause you got even with black people, you
I'm
have
about to
rappers
say,
out there that promote heavy street shit, promote doing crimes, doing drugs and all that shit,
and
and don't personally do that. Never did it, never
yeah,
been around it, or
yeah,
none of that shit. But they
and,
push that.
yeah, and they
I
profit
would
off gang
consider you
culture.
a culture vulture.
Yeah, because you
Absolutely.
profit
Feel
off,
me?
you profit off.
Because now you profit off of something you have nothing to do with. With Vlad, he don't partake in crimes, but he was a DJ and you definitely was helping push niggas' careers. You was in a club, you was he was a gatekeeper in a sense, especially he was doing this in the 90s and early 2000s when there was legit gatekeepers. So if the DJ didn't play your song, who the fuck was gonna hear you? Unless you was physically selling out mixtapes. As far
So
as like that was you was either gonna do that or play my music to the DJ. You feel me? He was playing niggas music. Some niggas had to pay him. Some niggas he genuinely fucked with the music. It's
like, I ain't gonna front.
the
I
interview shit is where it gets into different territory because I can
I
honestly say he will exploit some shit.
yes, he will exploit
Something will
gang culture.
happen.
He like Adam. Adam is a
Yeah.
culture vulture.
Now, yes, Adam, I believe, is 100% culture
Adam
vulture
22 is a
because
culture
Adam
vulture.
tells you he came from a BMX background. He used to ride bikes. He was never in no gang shit. He was never in no street shit.
Shooting porno.
Right?
He
You start doing
that
porno
nigga.
and shit, and then you started a blog. Hip hop started popping off you because you originally had a BMX blog that was at one point in time the biggest BMX blog. BMX fell off. You had nothing after that. You transitioned to music and it popped for you. So then you kept doing it. Now
He's fucking with the SoundCloud artists
yeah,
first.
but then you start bringing the gang members. You got
Yup.
niggas up here doing gang shit. You got niggas up
All
here
yup.
beat up. You
All
feel me?
type of
You're
shit.
exploiting the
Black people.
community.
And this is
You're
black.
very culture vulture.
Yeah.
And then you adamantly tell people that, yo, I'm not like that. I don't do no street shit. This ain't me. I personally wouldn't do none of this, but you got
like,
your
I don't.
employees doing all that shit and you promoting that shit.
I
That's
can
culture
only
vulture.
say that Vlad is not in a culture vulture in the sense of hip hop, but because he exploits certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
and I'm not saying like in a bad, and I don't want to. I'm not saying it in a bad, even though it's a bad term. Yeah, but you feel me? He gets back, It's like it's whatever. You feel me saying? I can't knock in. I'm not gonna knock. I don't give a fuck what race you are. I'm not gonna knock you for getting your money. You gonna get your money. If people's gonna allow them to get paid to come up on your platform and tell stories and allow you to exploit them,
Yeah.
then
That's
who am
on
I?
them.
Who am I to
I blame
judge? You
you
feel me
personally.
saying? But I can't call a spade a spade. You feel me
One
saying?
of the things I respect about Vlad that I honestly nobody would have really knew about it if the family didn't speak on it. George Floyd, right? Vlad paid for the lawyer that was going up against the police and shit, right? He paid for the funeral and all that shit because he ended up kind of find out he really knew him. Like that was really his man's. When he used to go to Texas, he used to check George Floyd. So he was like, when he died, that shit really touched him. But he was like, yo, I didn't put that information out there because he ain't want nothing. He was like, yo, I did that because that was my man's. The family put it out there because niggas was calling him a culture vulture again around the same time that shit happened.
Yeah.
Because he interviewed somebody that had something to do with it, and niggas start calling him a culture vulture. And the family was like, no, we respect that. Because even deeper, he went to the family first and was like, yo, do y'all respect it if I do this, that, and the third? And he was like, the family was like, yeah, go ahead. So in situations like that, like, no, I'm not saying like it's situational with Vlad, but I wouldn't overall I wouldn't consider him a culture vulture, but I would say he does exploit the black culture at certain points in time. You feel me?
So what you think about 1090 Jake?
1090 Jake, I would more so consider a culture vulture.
I don't even know who that is.
It's a white boy from Boston that went to jail in Florida.
Yeah, he blood.
And then he became blood and shit like that. And then Now he's on. He got a YouTube channel, and his whole lifestyle, not even his lifestyle, but his whole content is about
Exposing
putting out
rats.
paperwork, primarily on only. I've never seen him do it for nobody white, so I
Yeah,
can't
me
say
neither.
it's-
I've-
I was about to say majority and primarily black people, but I've never seen him do it for anybody white.
He
So,
probably has, and we just haven't.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
So
he
I'm gonna
never
give him
did.
the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say
I'ma give him the
primarily.
benefit of the doubt, but to my knowledge,
Yeah,
it's only black people,
people.
right? And he's when you look at him, if you delete the tattoos off this nigga face, he look like the average fat white dude. You feel me? Like, just looking at him. So with somebody like him, I'd say yeah, and then his justification would be you're on blood, but to me that ain't no justification because you wasn't that home.
Right. You became.
Yeah.
I'm about to say fact.
And then another thing that he uses is, yo, I always came from troubled past and this, that, and the third. That still don't put you a part of the community because white people have that as every culture does.
Yeah.
You always have the trouble youth.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
That's
that
a
don't
fact.
make you black. You could listen to black music and all of that. That don't make you a part of the community. If it's not like my goddaughter is white.
Yeah.
Right? My first goddaughter is white. Her father's a white man.
Yeah.
Her mother white.
Yeah.
Joe is her father. He say nigga all the time. I met the nigga in school. When I first met the nigga, I used to look at everybody like, yo, y'all just the fuck. Y'all let's say something to that white boy about saying nigga, but why y'all not saying nothing to this nigga? And then come to find out, that's all he grew up around. Yeah, his family white, but his whole life they've been growing up living with niggas.
Yeah.
You feel me? To the point where his grandfather OD racist. His grandfather's side of the family damn near put them out the family because they fuck with niggas, right? But then on the mother's side, even the grandmother on the father's side is what I'm talking about. The grandfather on the father's side racist as fuck. So they side of the family don't fuck with them because they fuck with niggas. But the grandmother is not like that. You feel me? So like they married, but they never. She died. I never met her. But from every story I ever heard and everything, they never really too much fuck with each other like that. Like they had kids and shit, but cause they believed in two different things. And then I ended up seeing it for myself one time. Like I'm chilling with this nigga.
It's like
grandfather came out of nowhere. Yo, you fucking nigga, this, that, and the third. And before I could get it off my chest to say something, the father jump up, snuff this nigga. Right? So now I'm kind of stuck. Like, yo, what the fuck? I'm trying to defend myself, and these niggas is on his ass. Now I'm watching the family beef, and I'm stuck like, oh shit.
This shit like
yeah.
This shit is like Jungle Book. Remember Mowgli? He got raised by the animals. So
he was looked at him
by default, like huh?
Never seen the Jungle Book? You ever seen Tarzan?
All right, so same shit.
He was raised by animals, so he was an animal. Niggas swinging shit.
Yeah,
so if you're raised in an environment, you just naturally become one
that.
of us.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So but that 1090 J got definitely because I ain't even gonna lie, and then this shit like I don't be understanding people's logic because it be like so like he ruined. I'm talking about and son still get views. Yeah. He still get views, but how he came out, it's not the same. He ruined that nigga's career, son.
Press run trying to recover his career.
This dude named Boston Red. His name real Boston Richie. He had a couple songs. Like his tape went crazy last summer. Like
the song that got him lit is with Lil Durk. I can't remember the name of the song. Fire.
Yeah. Damn, I still Keep Dissing. Yeah. It's called Keep Dissing. But he not really like dissing niggas, yeah.
I don't get in that.
Yeah.
He rapping up them chickens.
Yeah, like he on some money shit.
I got 6 hoes with me like I'm Nipsey.
Yeah, like he on some money shit. So he had Dirk, he brought him to the trenches. The same day he shot the Bullseye video, which also Bullseye 2 with Future. Because Future ended up picking him up. Yeah, Future ended up picking him up. And then you had the 1090 Jake dude basically out him saying that he was a rat. But the people, even the nigga that said like, oh yeah, he told him y'all went to jail, recanted on that. Like, nah, he didn't. I ain't go to jail because of this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And he went in there and he did speak to the. But this is old culture. This is what I'm saying. You got a nigga that don't know this is old culture. When we was young, niggas lied to the police.
Wait.
We never gonna tell the police the truth.
I can't give him that benefit of the doubt.
What?
Because to say that he don't know that because couple weeks later, it came out that he essentially did the same shit.
Yeah, when you
Right.
was on the news telling about the drug,
No,
how niggas
not
get.
even that one. Not
Oh,
even that one. When his
yeah.
auntie, when he was like, y'all lied to the police, gave him a fake description about the nigga that broke in the house, but I really knew who did it.
Yeah.
That's the same situation as Boston Richie. And
Yeah.
Academics, DJ Academics was pressing him about that. Like, yo, essentially what you did is what Boston Richie did.
Yeah.
But he like, nah, it's different. What's the fucking difference?
Yeah, it's no different from what Rollo did neither.
Yeah.
But this just this nigga, I don't know what it was about Boston Richie. You just ruined this nigga career. As a white boy, and you don't know nothing. Niggas been lying to the police.
Man.
That's on you. Go listen to any old record from the 90s, all of that. Gangster rap. Niggas will tell you we lied to the police. We're not gonna send you on the right direction. How you going? So what you trying to tell me is you ain't saying shit to the police. Niggas be capping.
I got robbed one time, right? The police seen it happen. So it's not even like I could say like I don't know what happened. Like they seen it. So these niggas put me in the back of the car and they drive me around the hood. Like, yo, who did it? Who did it? And they seen it. Like they know who did it because they seen the situation happen. So we pull up on the niggas. Right? All the niggas that did it, they standing right there in the corner. I'm looking them niggas dead in their face. These niggas looking dead back at me. Police like, yo, it was them, right? I'm like, no, it wasn't them. To the point where the nigga like, yo, it wasn't. And he pointing at the nigga. And I'm like, nah, that nigga too short. It was a taller nigga. And he was light skinned. That nigga dark. And the nigga looking at me. Both the cops is looking at me in the car and they like, yo, we seen. I'm like, no, it wasn't him.
I mean, if you seen it, why would you come to me?
Because they still got it.
They need you to eyewitness.
To eyewitness the criminal. You feel me? And I'm not doing that. I didn't even go to them because they seen it happen. They came to me. And I'm telling them, yo, I'm good. Like, I'm good. They not taking that. Oh, nah. They showed me the picture. And I'm like, yo, was not that nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. I don't know.
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even want to listen to Boston Richie. Yeah. It fucked me up from listening to the nigga because that nigga did that shit. And then hearing his side on academics and then hearing boy did that shit and then he just trying to justify certain niggas. I was like, man, you done fuck this nigga whole shit up for some shit like niggas don't even be in. It's like, yo, see, it's niggas like China Mac. I can't call China Mac a culture vulture because of what you grew up around. Nigga, you grew up, you around us. You locked in. You feel what I'm saying? But then it's like, yo, son, come on, son. Like, and he ain't doing shit like that at the same token. He's not doing shit. He ain't doing shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Keep it real with you and tell you like, yo, y'all fucks with niggas, but I really grew up around this Asian shit, but I fucks with niggas. So certain like he say nigga and shit like that, but he'll tell you like certain shit he was gonna do.
Yeah, he swung the y'all with niggas. Like it's that nigga he was behind the wall, so it's niggas that's like real respected gangsters that respect him. Like real New York, like real respected New York gangsters that respect him. So it's like
out there in Cali, like niggas know him from jail, so it's like niggas. He Asian nigga from out here. He
remember Jin?
Shit like that.
Remember Jin?
The Asian nigga Jin?
You don't remember the rapping nigga Jin? He won Freestyle Friday on BET on 106 in Park. Dang, he won on 106 in Park and then ended up getting signed. He probably dropped like 2 songs. And then a situation happened where I think he stabbed him or he stabbed his man or he shot at him or he shot his mans or some shit. He assaulted one of the people that was with Jin though.
Some real beef. They got into some because they in the was or is whatever, one of the two. But the Asian mafia. Like not just the mafia, but they fuck with like the Asian.
With some like triads and shit like that. All them dragons and shit like that.
Fuck with one of them niggas
nah, them shits be.
But it's
be real
like
shit though.
And shit,
I'm about to say. And them niggas be on some shit, chopping shit up, moving shit. Them niggas is different. Nah,
them niggas really different.
Hell yeah, they I ain't gonna lie. The Chinese really control the weed coming into the city right now. They got the most pounds.
They do.
Yeah, like the Asians, they got the most. Nah, I mean, easy, whatever you want. But they're the ones that's getting the pounds in for real.
Yo, this is one thing about weed. It's not just grown in America at all. Like OG Kush is an Afghanistan strain that the soldiers when they first went out there, brought back, and then they start
Grows in
growing
certain
here.
climate.
Different weed grow in different places, and it have
But,
different
You
effects.
know, the American niggas try to recreate certain
Yeah,
shit.
you
Climate.
could take like sour diesel. The New York sour diesel is grown in Canada. You feel me? So, but if you take one of them, you grab a seed and you bring it down here and you grow it, it's not gonna grow the same because we got different climate. Everything is different. The climate, the weather, the air, all that shit different. You feel me? So that shit changed the plants. But certain places just be having good weed. It's better to just bring that shit in.
I just say that because Chinese people always bootlegging something.
But they be really making this shit though.
They
So
do.
is it really a bootleg?
That's true.
That'd be the crazy part. Like they really be making it. Every iPhone say designed by Apple in California. They're real specific about them words. Designed by Apple in California.
So they make the
If you
template.
turn it around and you look at it, it say made in Taiwan.
Yo, so let me ask you a question going off this. Because Ari put a post up and she was like, why Mexicans think they got the right to say nigga?
Because they the closest shit to us.
Nah,
That's why they feel like they have the right to say it.
they shouldn't feel like they have the right to say it. Nobody but the people that it was thrown at should be able to say it.
It was thrown at them too though.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. History is very important.
I never heard that before.
History is very important.
I know they,
So look,
I know they got like
was-
greenbacks, wetbacks,
Yeah,
shit like
They
that.
had
But
their own.
nah, but look, they were slaves too, and they was all
Yeah, and
considered
they had their
niggas.
own lingo.
It was all considered. No, they definitely had their own
Like,
lingo, but
So call each other that.
no. But listen, some old when you go, I went to Arizona, right? And I was in this Indian town. Every fucking statue of them Indians that I was looking at looked like two things. One, they look like me, and
Well,
two, they did not look like them Indians that they was showing us in school. They look Mexican and they look black. I swear, every single one of them, every fucking statue, to the point where I'm standing there like, nah, something not right. I was going to Vegas and I fucking took a whole hour and a half out my trip to go learn about some fucking Indians that ended up being black and Mexican. Because you gotta remember, Texas was Mexico. All them states on that side was Mexico. All that shit, California, Arizona, all that shit was Mexico. But a lot of them niggas was dark skinned, and then there was already niggas in America before slavery. You feel me? So
I know. I was
niggas
having this
mingle.
conversation.
Niggas fuck. So some of them have kids and then they come out black. You still Mexican. You still a nigga. They was still looking at you as a nigga when they came to put you on that plantation. Just off of history, like to an extent, I could on certain shit I could understand, but they the closest to niggas.
One Mexican is gonna jack you or me.
facts. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It be them single ones. Like I was in the island. I ain't gonna lie.
Mexicans that do be jacking you, but
Shout out my
overall-
boy Kilo G.
Overall, I agree with you, but
Shout out my son Kilo G. My son was eating with me all the time. He was Mexican. He wasn't even eating with the Spanish niggas. He would chop it with them, but that was my boy. That was my dogs. He was right next to me. Right
But
next to me.
the reason why Mexicans don't fuck with black people is because they feel like black people don't have no loyalty, which is
true.
Which is true.
That
And
shit
I
is
respect
100%
that.
true.
African Americans don't have no loyalty,
Black people.
and that's why we don't have business, and that's why we don't have money.
That's true.
Yeah, so I can't be mad at you for that. You feel me? I respect that. Cause I'm big on loyalty too. Like I'm not fucking with you if you're not a loyal person. You feel me? You ready to jump ship and do all kind of disloyal ass shit? I'm not jacking that. So I respect that. I'm not mad at you for that. As opposed to you don't like me because I'm black. And you at least you got a legit reason. Like all right, it's not even I don't like you. It's just your whole race is. Them niggas, them the niggas I can't. Them the ones that piss me off. I don't be mad at the Mexican nigga for saying nigga. I be mad at the Puerto Ricans and specifically the Dominicans, because y'all niggas say niggas all the time and then want to turn around and tell me no black papi. Nigga, you look just like me.
I ain't no black.
Facts.
Yo, them niggas act like they don't.
The
The other
nah.
half of the island is
It's Panamanians do that too.
Yeah.
Half the Panamanians don't act. They not Spanish.
Yeah.
Them niggas is black. I know some Panamanian niggas. Them niggas is niggas. Like straight up. Don't know a lick of Spanish. No nothing. And then you got them Panamanian niggas that. Nah, I ain't black. fuck that, I ain't no nigga. I'm Spanish. Facts. Them niggas is real divided
They don't want to claim being black because they don't want the stigma that comes with it.
with that shit. That's
But,
a fact.
nigga, but when
Nah,
everybody else looks at you, they see nigga.
Nigga, I
They
just
see
found
Spanish
out.
nigga.
I just found out we had a rich town, and they built Central Park over our shit
Yes,
and
so
kicked us.
Yeah, it was
And
a
kicked us
shantytown.
out. Yeah, and kicked us out.
I said that like probably on like one of the early episodes. But if you go in Central Park, in the middle of Central Park, there's one big ass pillar. That's the only thing that's left that tell you anything about the shantytown that used to be there. And in Prospect Park too. All the parks in New York City used to be black towns. And they tore them shits down and put a park there. They couldn't legally just move the people out, so they said, "Oh, we need this land to preserve," and they built a park.
Yeah, for the public.
Yeah.
They can't deny them shit for the public.
Yeah. Black Wall Street,
Yeah.
Tulsa.
They said lakes, parks, and lakes.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
man-made lakes and all that.
Yeah, they
shit.
said the lakes too. They was all the lakes was black towns. What did they did that? Yeah, man.
We can't never have shit.
Because if black people get smart and realize,
We're gonna have everything.
you know what's going. Nah, you know what niggas is afraid of? History always repeats itself. At the beginning of time, black people ran everything. All right. This was the times when they tell you that other skin color ain't all the way right. Them niggas, which is true. Them the niggas that be fucking animals, doing all kind of fucking they sisters and cousins, doing unholy shit. You feel me? So
Nah, you know who they said made I forgot what some name what's his name?
Genghis Khan?
No, from the Bible, but and he was herding in the Bible they said he was herding sheep.
Oh yeah,
No.
fuck.
But his
His
think his name start with a J in the Bible, but nah, was it Joe? Nah, it's not Joseph. The nigga that was it's supposedly he was the nigga that invented the white man in the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jacob, yes, Jacob,
yeah.
Jacob, yes, Jacob. And they was like, yo, niggas was making fun of him because he had a big head and he looked different. So he went in there and he created the white man by skin grafting, taking the lighter black people and keep meshing them.
Which is 100% true. That's where the Caucasian comes from. You know, white people is Caucasians because
you say that, right? Because in the religion that I grew up in, they call them sheep.
Who, the white people?
No, his creation, they called it sheep.
Who, Jacob,
said,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
And he grafted and created the white man in the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
Because they said that the town, the black people didn't fuck with him.
And the DNA, when they looked up the DNA, it all leads back to the Caucasus Mountains, which is a real thing. Like,
oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but that's also why some white people get offended when you call them Caucasian, because they know why go on. They don't want to be, yeah.
I mean, you are who you are.
They'll tell you they not.
You
that.
are what you say you are.
Nah, but then the problem with that is that proves that they are inferior to black people. So their whole origin story proves that they're inferior. But what they trying to promote is we are inferior and they're superior. So if they accept that they Caucasian, they accepting the reality that what y'all been trying to preach for the last 2,000 years is cap.
Yo, watching all them Bible stories, all you see is a bunch of white-looking tan people acting as kings and queens.
When you watch any they niggas, yo, niggas will
they
show you some shit that happened in China and it be the white man and it just speaking Chinese.
They'll choose the one closest to white.
Cause they trying to push they shit. But no matter how hard they try to push that shit, majority it's what 38% of all people on Earth have DNA that come from Genghis Khan, and that is not a white man. So it don't matter how.
He's Chinese.
Yeah, Asian.
Yeah, man, he was pillaging shit, raping mad women and shit.
He killed all the males, raped the bitches, and you was gonna stick around.
Back in the day,
die.
it wasn't considered rape.
Oh no. It was considered
It
rape
was
for him.
considered I'm taking you.
Nah, he knew.
Because in
He,
the Bible that I read, they would say God sent them to different places, like people where they didn't get circumcised, they would go to those places, kill all the men, take their women.
nah, he wasn't on no shit like that. He took over majority of the world, and he was on some shit like you either was gonna join up or die.
Get down or lay down.
Yeah, but in order to make sure that his army and his empire kept going, I gotta keep having kids.
Oh
So
yeah.
everywhere he went, I'm gonna kill all the men and then have kids with these women. So that way,
One nigga having kids with a whole bunch of women.
yeah, this one nigga has 38% of the population DNA ties back to this one man. One nigga was knocking off these bitches.
Cause Solomon had like 5,000 wives.
He might
How
have.
do you have 5,000 wives?
Oh no, he didn't have.
Get to see all of them.
He ain't had no wives. He had the kids.
Yeah, he was going from he was a Viking.
That's the same thing.
Nomad
Nah,
Viking.
not for them, cause not for Viking. He had a wife, but
He was just a
yeah, like
He was a rolling stone.
he was a
conqueror.
Viking. That's that was one of they victories as a conqueror. Like, yes, I destroyed your town,
I fucked all your bitches.
and then now she's no longer pure. You feel me? Before it was y'all were purebred. I just violated that. Now it's me. Now it's my army. You feel me? My DNA, and that's crazy.
I wonder if that's what Nick Cannon is doing. Because why he planting so many seeds?
Shit, because that's how you continue the legacy.
Speaking of celebrities, white people, and all of that, Bill Murray, Khalees, what y'all think?
Yo, and I seen that was crazy to me.
I'm not gonna lie, ill.
I don't even see how that got put together.
That ass.
What?
Who? I want to know who bagged who.
Ew.
No, I'm very curious because if Bill Murray pulled Khalees,
He must be a fun nigga.
he his game gotta be impeccable. Cause it's not he is a multi-millionaire, and it might not even be that many multis. He's not a billionaire. That's what he's not. I know that for a fact. But if he pulled her, his game is impeccable. Well, not impeccable, but he got some game. But if she bagged him, then I hate to say it, that's kind of regular. You feel me? That's kind of regular. That's crazy though. You think she's
That
sucking
nigga is old. I ain't gonna lie. If he married and that nigga croak because he's 72, big bag.
That's if he don't make her sign no prenup.
Yeah. Nah, but if he croak, it's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I ain't say divorce. I said croak. If he dies,
you could put that in the prenup.
In the will, you could put it in the.
You could put that in the prenup too.
What?
It's a marriage agreement. You could put on both sides like your stipulations and shit. It's not just one sided. You feel me? A lot of the times when it come out, it be one sided. But a prenup is just an agreement between the both parties. So you could have your stipulations in there to where like, yo, if I die, don't go to you. I think people should have prenups. Period.
I think so.
You feel me? It's an agreement. Like, yo, especially if like them situations where I already had a successful business going, and then we fuck around and get married, and then something happen, we get divorced, and then you just take half of my shit that you didn't have nothing to do with this. You feel me? So for shit like that, yeah, I agree with.
To a certain extent, I see both sides. Because if you a man's woman, then you are.
I don't see the other side to that.
Because you're not a woman, so you may not. But when you a woman and you have a mate, like you honestly have to cater to him, so you do deserve something.
Yeah, but that doesn't entitle you to something that I built before you. If I already had a business that was successful before you and we got together, that does not entitle you to half of my business. Now, if it's something that I accumulated while I was with you, okay, I can understand. Even half sound crazy. You feel me? Half is crazy, but if it's something that's before you, there's no other side to that. Because if it was vice versa, I don't feel like okay, you had a successful business before me, and then here I come, and now I'm like, oh yeah, because we together, I deserve half your shit.
Mary J. Blige and her husband, ex-husband, she gotta pay him alimony or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't. Yo, look, he got away with it. That's his come up, but that's crazy.
And he had a girlfriend.
That's crazy though, but shit. Bitches do it all the time, so I can't be mad at the nigga. You feel me? I can't. Like, that's the flip side. When it's the female, it happen all the time, so it's just normal. So now that nigga got away with it. All right, well here go the flip side. Like, damn, it's crazy though. Like I wouldn't have took that route. I mean, maybe if I could have, I probably would have. But I mean, I don't see myself taking that route. But damn, yo, would you do that?
What?
Divorce your shorty and take her to court for alimony and all that extra shit
No,
for her
but
music.
huh?
For her music.
No, but I can't. I'm not going. Look, he did what he had to do. I
Yeah,
guess
like,
he did what he had
I
to do.
wouldn't have did it. I don't see myself doing that. But I mean,
Shit, no cap.
so then there's some petty nigga shit when the bitch do it, when the female do it. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Not
so
if she don't got your kids, yeah. If she got your kids, that's a whole nother.
that still does not entitle you to something that existed before you.
Kind of does.
No, it doesn't. Maybe it entitles the kids.
I'm nurturing the heir to the throne, so it kind of does.
Yeah, but
as a woman, I dictate.
Now-
I dictate the energy.
but watch this. Let me die. This whole business is done off.
And the money
And
goes
the-
to my kids.
Yeah, not you. So
They're
the
my
kids,
kids.
yeah, but not you. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, it went to the kids. The kids are entitled to this. The offspring. You feel me? My legacy. This is both of our legacies. But this is my legacy that I created. So yes, because if something happened to you, it's gonna go to the kids as well. So the kids make sense. You don't. Not for something that came before me. I don't see it ever. And I don't.
Or how old the kids are as well.
No, I don't think so because they were still.
I mean, at
kids
that
at
point,
one
if
in
it's
time.
gonna be like that, I'd rather pay child support than give up some reason.
Yeah,
It's
if you
the same thing.
Nah,
No, it's
alimony, nah.
It's
You-
the same
no
Mm.
child support is me paying a fraction of my income to support the kids. You getting half, you could take the
Yeah.
half and not even support no kids. And then there be situations where there don't even be no kids involved, and you still taking half. So what are you
But
supporting?
Child support is definitely different.
No,
It's
child
super
support
different.
makes
Why?
more.
Because life goes on every day, right? And child support is how often does that get paid? Monthly or every 2 weeks?
Yeah, off the check.
Yeah,
Whenever the check
whenever
come
I
in.
get paid is when you get
Yeah,
paid.
when the checks come in,
So if I get paid daily,
the checks come
weekly,
in, they'll
monthly,
garnish
if I
your
get
checks.
paid, yeah,
They'll
you
tell
get
you
paid
to
first.
they'll tell you to pay monthly. Like you'll be like, all right, I pay monthly. They'll give you the opportunity to pay. But
Yeah.
once you ain't paying, they start
They don't-
garnishing them
yeah.
checks.
And they take the money first. So it's not like, okay, you're going to get the money and then, no, they already took the money out and gave it to you and then they're going to piece me off the rest. I could be left with $1 afterwards. I could have no money. My check could have not been big enough to pay for the child support. So now I still got to pay these niggas after they took my check. So I just worked free. Because I personally got one of my mans. He was on divorce court. I thought it was some bullshit, but it was true. Because I had to drive the nigga to court in Texas. The nigga, he had 2 jobs, right? Because he had a good job, and he was paying like $1,500 in child support a month. The nigga got 7 kids. That was just for one. And he was on child support for 4 of them. So when he got his check, he didn't get no check. Like, it'd be nothing. Every week, he used to say like 2-3 cents hit his bank account after his check was done getting garnished and shit. But he still owed money because he ended up losing the job and they didn't drop the child support. It's not that he wasn't paying. He didn't make enough money to pay.
You might as well sell drugs when you're in a
Feel me?
situation
That's
like
what
that.
he was doing. He was
Right.
doing everything he could to pay for pay the extras and ended up piling up because he just literally couldn't afford to pay it.
Might
So
as
then
well.
now it got to the point to where he had to go to court. I drive the nigga to court. That situation good. As soon as he walk out the court, they lock him up because the same time he in court dealing with that, and fucking in another state, they did the same shit because he got 7 kids. You paying child support on? Yes and no. And for 2 of the situations, nah, because for 2 of the situations, it was, oh, you got a different baby mother, a word, watch this. That was some jealousy shit. For the other 2, he put himself on child support. You feel me? But they didn't wild out on him like that. Every time he lost his job or whatever, they readjusted. In Texas, they didn't give a fuck about that shit. But for situations like that, like, yeah, if child support is better on me, I'm gonna pay the child support. But you talking about it's different between supporting the child and supporting you and the child. If you're no longer my wife, why do I have to support you? I'm going to take care of my child. Why do I have to support you? Why do I gotta still pay for your hair and your nails and all this extra shit? Why I'm supporting my kid? We're no longer together. You feel me? Yes, you're the mother of my kid, so then I should be there still for my child. I shouldn't have to be there for you. So why the fuck am I gonna give you half of everything? And then if there's no kids involved, how that makes sense? Now if we build this business together, yo, take it. Unless you hear me,
Time is money.
but that's not the work. You sitting at the
Shit,
crib
nigga don't
dealing
get
with me
paid for
at
that.
home
So I got
does
to
not
pay.
have nothing to do with at the work making the money at all. Because even if you wasn't doing that, I'd have still been stressed out, but I still gotta go and make this breach. So with or without you, I gotta go make this breach. You might have made it a little bit easier, but you didn't do this. That's just like on the flip side. If you go out there and you make your breach and then the niggas come talk about, yo, I need half of that. How you gonna feel? You gonna get that nigga half your breach? Well, after he done sat at home and took care of the kids, and when you came home stressed out and shit, he was there to nurture you. You not gonna get him half the breach?
Oh, I don't know about half, but he do deserve like PC.
But he don't deserve half. But you think it's justifiable to give the other side half?
Nah,
Okay then. So
half is crazy, but something is definitely earned.
yeah, but half is what you going for. Half is what they going for. They not going. They going for majority or half, and that's crazy. So we, dog. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't never bring it out, man.
Yo, you know the outro? You know it. Go ahead.
Damn.
Do you know it?
This another.
I don't know it. I kept
It's
it.
another episode of the You Can't Say That podcast.
Uh huh.
If anybody ever told you you can't say that,
I'm gonna say that shit
also say
too.
that shit.
I'm gonna say that shit
I'm
too.
gonna say that shit too. Yo, like, comment, rate, subscribe. I forgot to
Please.
fucking memory card for that up there.
Is that?
Yes, but it got an hour and 10 minutes. Yo, members only. Y'all already know the vibes. This happens every time. Whenever one of y'all do subscribe, and to the members again, cause son, you was a loyal subscriber, member for 2 months, and then you know what I mean. Whatever happened, we appreciate you still. No hard feelings. You know, just do it again. It's bare content here for y'all, so go watch all the other episodes and shit. You feel me?
So shout out Stirring the Pot.
Shout out Stirring the Pot. Episode 2 out. Go check that shit out. They drop every Thursday at 4. New content on the way. Subscribe. She just dropped a vlog not too long ago, right?
Subscribe to my channel.